One story that we haven't talked about was the bison running over the kid in Yellowstone.
Oh, Joe.
So, for anybody that didn't see it,
Joe.
it seemed like they may have been close to guys. I'm not sure, but what
you see on Rex Chapman's?
What you see, what you see is a bison that's sitting still. People said that a lot of people were petting or near this bison. Bison takes off, and you see what looks like two men scurrying past. But what you don't know, because at the back end of the camera, there's a little girl, I believe, running there, and the bison lifts this little girl up to the skies. And I mean, I don't know if I saw it on that or if I saw it on Shakes. I may have seen it on Shakes. I can't remember, but it may have been Block of Charge Rex Chapman that I think D put me on it at.
Yeah.
But so look, my first thought was one. Usually in these things, we always talk about something culturally. I don't know if one of those dudes has some color in him or not, the scurrying past, because I watched about 4 or 5 times. Not saying it matters, but it's even more shame if you come from the hood and you're allowing this type of malfeasance to take place on your child.
Ain't nobody from the hood gonna be fucking with no bison.
That's what I'm saying. Your kid, if you out there with your kid's supposed to be on your hip. Like these two dudes scurry past like there is no child with them. Like their first reaction was like, "We the fuck out of here."
You think the child was with them?
Yes, the kid was with them.
I don't know. I mean, it's possibly a Jellystone. There's a lot of families and stuff out there.
Okay,
man.
so
Jellystone.
What was it? Jellystone?
Yellowstone. Jellystone.
Oh, you know
What type of Disney afternoon shit is that? Jellystone.
No, our campsite out in Indiana is called Jellystone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But look, to go to your point, if the child wasn't with them, it's even worse on whoever parents it was, because they had their child walking around freely with a damn bison right there. So for me, when I seen it, listen. Bisons are too big to be like we all good. And
I thought bisons was extinct.
No, that's buffalo.
Buffaloes.
Yeah, but they not.
They all the same kind of thing.
I think buffalo's still kind of low. Dog. They took everything the Indians had by killing the buffalo. It's like, all right, your food,
still have buffaloes.
Your food, your arrows, your skins, all of that shit, right? Like when they wiped the buffalo out, they was like, oh, this man. They used every part of that damn animal.
I know they did.
I'm not saying that. I mean, think about the numbers that used to be in America.
Diseases too. I think disease took them out too. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They was throwing them small pack quilts on top of the buffalo. So throw it on there.
Gotta keep you warm.
But still, it's never a time when I would feel comfortable enough. And that would be if this thing was tamed and domesticated. I still would be worried about it. Somebody was like, no, it's a good buffalo. I'd be like, okay.
I don't think you can rub a buffalo.
You say you don't think you can what?
Rub one.
I think if you domesticate it, I'm sure you can.
How you gonna domesticate a buffalo?
Dude, they domesticate every damn thing.
A buffalo?
You can do it with a tiger. What? Man. You think you wait? You think you can? You think you can domesticate a tiger?
If you have a trainer.
Okay,
I've never seen a buffalo have a trainer before.
I bet you we could go into some back hills of Montana and some prospect is gonna be like, oh yeah, Mr. Jane, that's my buffalo. And then have I promise you this, and then have a picture, have a skull of a buffalo with a bullet or bison in the head, and be like, oh yeah, that was our pet bison, but she got ornery at the end, so I capped that bitch.
I don't know about
I don't know if you can tame a bison.
You can domesticate.
Plus, you're not supposed to touch a tiger even if it's domesticated.
Yeah, man.
I'm with that. That was my point I was going to get to.
What.
If you can domesticate anything, I wouldn't trust it regardless. I led with that.
I don't think you can. Like, it takes like a long time to...
Generations.
You're right. You get what I'm saying. You're right. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that
let me text Ty.
This is what I'm saying, though. People...
Do we need to know an animal expert?
Yeah, we should.
We should probably look.
Where's Gator Bob?
Gator Bob didn't do anything.
Not doing a damn thing.
He's the closest animal expert we got here.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead. You say you wouldn't feel comfortable having your kid around something like that.
It wouldn't even be a question.
That's not a question. But this is my thing. So did he gore her or did he just
he flipped her? He didn't gore.
Well,
He sacrificed
based on
her to
how
the
many
sky.
times I saw it all over the internet, it was like,
If he gored her.
yeah,
Plus, I
that
don't
wouldn't
even
be
know,
everywhere like it would.
I don't know if bisons have horns, though.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
Bisons
Like cows have horns. It's
Yeah.
like very similar.
bulls.
Okay.
Well, I think even can
I
the
don't
lady
think
cows
it's big as bulls.
have like small little horns? I thought the
Maybe.
female cows
Dude,
have small.
a bison is probably bigger than a bull.
A bison doesn't have as big of horns as a bull.
Horns, so.
Just horns.
Oh, I don't know, y'all.
No.
No?
Bull has those
No,
big
they're not
horns.
as big as a...
They're not big as a bull? A bison?
A bison might have like a little.
Like a bull.
It's almost like water buffalo in Africa, but a little bit smaller. You have to think of like that.
Oh yeah, because we know those African water buffalo.
Oh, you don't watch documentary? Never seen an alligator rip one out?
Let me see.
You.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Oh.
Yeah, it had horns.
Yeah, it definitely had horns.
It's baby horns, though.
yeah, it's got baby horns.
Baby horn. Okay, you go ahead and fuck around with that. You fuck around with that buffalo. Fuck around with that buffalo with them horns.
Well, I would, but not a 9-year-old.
Hold on. What are you doing? I'm sorry. Here's a buffalo.
Yeah.
We're now watching a buffalo video.
Yeah, we're watching a buffalo video.
That's a buffalo, though.
That's
we need a bison.
Do we need a bison?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a bison.
Okay.
not
All
a
right.
buffalo.
Look at that big motherfucker right there.
He may have scratched a little bit on her with her right thigh with his horn.
That's what it said?
No, I'm just looking at it because that's how he flipped her. I don't still know if this little girl got some color to her, because this makes it 10 times worse. I swear, tell me this ain't no brother. Wait, tell me, Tony.
Oh, you know what? Here, with the power of the technology, I'm about to play you the video right now. So
After this
commercial, everything got a damn commercial.
Yeah, man, that's how they get.
Got to service those advertisers.
Yeah, have y'all noticed that on YouTube?
Yep.
Just like the multiple commercials.
Real quick though,
Ooh, I hate those.
Real quick though, as far as, 'cause I work with a girl who is a YouTube influencer. She does fitness. I think I showed y'all. She told me, like, if you have a video on YouTube, you got to make sure you tell people to watch through the videos, the commercials, because that's how you get paid. But here it is right here.
I skipped it.
Oh.
Again, now tell me the dude.
She doesn't. Oh, she was 9 years
Is
old.
the dude in the white T-shirt of color?
No, I don't think so. Oh,
Nah.
damn! She just got caught.
Is yellow a color?
She got flipped.
She just got caught. She wasn't moving fast enough.
See those horns?
She wasn't
They're on the side.
She wasn't moving fast enough. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. She was not moving fast enough.
That girl.
Why the hell was you even out there?
That girl was dealing with the fear of the
Oh
God.
my God! They got a steel frame of her upside down in the air.
That must mean she's okay.
Oh Jesus! Another one.
Whoa, another one.
Okay, go ahead. Look at
this white
I remember
dude.
this one. I remember this guy.
Oh, this
dumbass.
is me. This
See?
is me right there.
Why do
You know,
people
you never
mess around?
you never seen any black folks.
Because we ain't fucking with no wild animals like that. Black folks scared of cats.
Right.
Black folks don't fuck with cats. You think they gonna fuck with a bison? Yeah, you know how many times my friends like, I'm not coming over there, man. You got a cat.
What?
Yes. Oh, I know an entire family. Black family.
Or is it because they were allergic?
No, they're afraid of cats. I know a whole family that's afraid of cats. I
Afraid of cats.
Swear to God. Yep.
One of the most
I respect
misunderstood animals
all
out
wild
there.
animals.
Yep.
I respect their space. I like watching the documentaries, like Planet Earth. Hard. I enjoy watching Planet Earth. on
But
Netflix.
then you throw me under the bus with the African wildebeest.
I enjoy watching it, and that's where they can be. I don't need to see them in person.
D and Davis the flip.
The flip.
This is our little take on pop culture, politics, music, whatever in the world except sports. Even though if something breaks, we will go over a little bit of sports during the flip. If you enjoy sports, make sure you check out Dan Davis' show. We drop those every Wednesday when we talk to anybody, reporters, anybody that has anything to do with sports usually joins us. Right now, we're definitely heated up in baseball season, and football season is about to start with training camps opening up and holdouts taking place. So make sure you check that out if you want to get your little sports take. But right here on the flip, my name is Kenneth Davis, and the next voice you hear, his name is
D. Demond Spurl. What's going on, everybody? Hey, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at D and Davis Show. Once again, it's at D and Davis Show. Facebook.com/D and Davis Show. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music, Stitcher, the TuneIn app, or on Anchor, which kicks you over to Spotify and YouTube. All right? Download the podcast, D and Davis Show, Sports Show, and D and Davis The Flip, which is 2 right now. I'm on Twitter at Demonze1, DEMONZE1. Ken is on Twitter at That's Davis, executive producer of D and Davis Show and D and Davis The Flip. One Mr. Ryan Bukovetsky. Ryan's on Twitter at Ryan B. Ski. We got Sidney Brown, weareregalradio.com. Read all his articles. He's on Twitter at SidKid80. And Tony Gill, who had a great episode of No Zones. I just checked it out. That was great, Tony. With according to Sources podcast. Make sure you follow Tony on Twitter at TonyGill670.
all right. Buckets of heads and penises.
What?
Buckets of heads and penises. Frankenstein corpses found in FBI raid on Horror Body Donation Center. This is the only one Ryan sent us that was worthy.
BS.
I was thoroughly disappointed in your flip. It took me an hour to come up with these flips this morning. I was like, damn, Ryan. I'm happy I looked and opened up today's. You've been doing pretty good. For me to get that over.
Yahoo.
I didn't get any of the stuff I got from Yahoo. You got to do better. All right. Head stitched to mismatched bodies like Frankenstein, buckets of disembodied limbs, and other horrors were found by the FBI agents in a body donation center that's being sued for profiting off illegal trafficking in human parts. A cooler filled with male genitalia, a bucket of heads, arms, and legs, infected heads, pools of blood and bodily fluids on the floor, and bodies cut up with chainsaws, bandsaws, and other instruments widely inappropriate for medical dissection were found during an FBI raid on a biological resource center in Phoenix, Arizona. It's always in Phoenix, Arizona. Testimony from agents describing the horrors that they encountered only became public recently, 5 years after the raid, as part of an ongoing lawsuit against the facility by the families who donated their bodies of their deceased loved ones, unaware of the unspeakable things that were going on. This also is from RT.com. Hold on. The family's lawsuit alleges that the facility dismembered and sold their loved ones for profit, among other claims including improper disposal of remains, breach of contract. Some families were explicitly told their loved ones would not be cut up and sold, while others believed their relatives' remains were being donated to scientific research. The center reportedly sold heads for $500, arms for $750. Arms go for more than heads, and whole
There's
body.
two.
Facts. And whole, I thought, because I sell my arms separate. You ain't getting them together, and they mismatch.
That's $1,400.
Exactly. And whole bodies for $5,000. And the grisly operation had been running since 2007, according to local media. Criminal proceeds against the facility owner, who boasts the unlikely name Stephen Gore, concluded in 2015, letting him off with
His last name is Gore?
Yeah, letting him off with a year of deferred prison time and 4 years probation in return for pleading guilty against illegal control of an enterprise.
Damn, that's all you got? That's all you get if you steal bodies?
It's dog.
If you can stomach it, that sounds like a stain.
That sounds like a what?
You didn't mention the morbid joke that the facility had.
Which was?
They had a body of a dude and a sewn-on female head that they like displayed like towards the front or something like that, and that was like their running gag joke.
This is
for
what
the
we
facility.
can do for you, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's a weirdo.
Are these people related to Jeffrey Dahmer by any chance?
You know who I was first thinking about? Ted.
Or these body parts.
Ted Williams' son. Remember he had his pop's
No,
head?
that's what Ted Williams wanted, I thought.
Did he want his head?
Yeah, I think Ted Williams wanted
I
his
think
head.
he wanted it, but he had it.
He had a frozen head. You know, he's saying like, yeah, we're going to use
It
this
was like
for
him
medicine.
and Disney or something. Walt.
Okay, so this is the
Fuck
thing.
Walt Disney.
So this is the thing. So we don't know if this was being used for just kind of like medical purposes. They were selling body parts. So there's a possibility that somebody's walking around with an arm that's not theirs.
Maybe, definitely.
Doesn't that happen all the time?
One guy in the story said that he donated his grandma and I think his mom to this facility for scientific research. Right. So potentially those parts are sold somewhere else.
And some dude is probably out there like just with hips.
Yeah, they don't even know
grandma hips.
He doesn't even know where the
all back shots.
Yeah, why are your hips so wide?
Damn.
I mean, if you can stomach it,
And they lied and told him it was a 20-year-old.
Sound like a pretty good business if you can stomach it.
Listen, I would say this in along with you, Tony.
How do you build up a clientele?
Well, real quick,
I need an arm. I need to
Black
find somebody with
web.
an arm.
How do you
I can go find
advertise
somebody.
that?
It's all black market.
I was just going to say, I was looking at an art. I was watching something this week on credit card scams, and the dude that was doing it was talking about how he used to sell drugs, but off of credit card scams, he can at least make $1,000 a day.
Oh, the Vice piece?
Yeah. And he was talking about the dark web, and he was saying how you can find body parts on the dark web. And I mean, we know people need kidneys all the fucking time.
All the time.
And I mean, you just think about the people you know. Man, this motherfucker's blowing out their kidneys right motherfucking now.
Yeah, but that's not going down at this facility.
We don't know what they sell.
No. They had bodies
But they didn't have
donated to
organs?
them. They didn't have organs.
Okay.
They weren't selling.
It was just body parts.
Body parts?
Now this is why.
What about eyeballs?
No, those probably go bad.
Well, how they keeping the bodies well then?
Do eyeballs go bad when you die? Yeah,
Because I don't know.
How are you keeping the bodies
even
fresh?
if you donate the eyes?
That's what I'm saying.
Even if you donate the eyes, you can't do anything with eyes.
Really?
I thought you can get an eye transplant.
No,
I don't think that's
so.
at the point yet.
Can you do that?
Right?
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can
To just
you can
take
donate
someone
your
else's
eyes.
eye?
They can take off a motherfucker's face.
You can donate,
But that's skin.
any organ.
Skin
I
is
guess.
different than an eye.
Okay, we're gonna put in eye transplant.
I don't know. And listen, I think this is where you should probably step in and say, "Hey, listen, we might have something here."
What parts of the eye can be transplanted?
There's no such thing as a whole eye transplant. The optic nerve, which goes directly to the brain, cannot be transplanted.
Right.
And this nerve is damaged. Many people are blind. The eye transplant would not work without transplanting the optic nerve. In some cases, the eye is not even the problem.
That's what I thought.
Corneal replacement. But
So,
listen,
Ryan, you can transplant.
If I can go somewhere, and it was like, listen, I need an arm. Make sure it's symmetrical to my body, whatever like that.
But it's white.
African American. I mean, listen, we gotta wait till the blacks come in. We got nothing but the whites.
What if your
We gotta
arm
go
was,
till the
what
blacks
if your
come in.
arm was from a shooter? And then all of a sudden, all of your reaction is, give me the pistol, Chanel.
And my arm is acting
Better
up.
than the alternatives.
Yeah.
I'm shaking a nervous
Mad
sweat.
jerk. Wait,
I don't know.
you can really get yourself a stranger then.
I think it's mine is on my body now.
But no, but it was somebody like the grip was gonna be different. The fingerprint. Like, what if it's rougher?
Ooh.
You're like, damn, you was out working in the field. Son.
It's called aloe vera. Damn.
This motherfucker's forearms is pulsating.
Why your arm bigger than the other one? I had to go buy this one. No, I think this
Guess
is,
it's the right again. Damn.
I think this is kind of where somebody has step in and be like, okay, is this working? Does this work? Do we have humans out there with these body parts as functioning as normal humans? Maybe we got a business here. Maybe it's not something that you
I don't think
do
that's what they were
underground.
trying to do, though. I don't think they were trying to do anything because they
So it wasn't
mentioned
about the money?
They mentioned how
always
they
about the money.
dismembered the bodies. You're supposed to use like specific tools. They were just using chainsaws
And
just
bandsaws.
cutting.
Oh,
Bandsaws.
Well, no, okay.
This wasn't for like helping people out. This was
So
like
what was it for?
That's what I'm saying. Who needs arms and heads?
was it for?
But that's what they were saying. That was
Cannibals?
their business.
Cannibals? Possibly. That's not allowed.
I guess if you were trying
that's not
to
illogical at all.
fool out the officers like on a body match, trying to fake something out with like dental records or something crazy.
I
with
need
that.
an arm. Can you give me an arm?
Man, we need a motherfucking head, man. We shot.
I need a body.
All right.
I guess it's possible.
CTA fires operator of train that struck and killed woman retrieving her phone. Says in-cab video failure to devote attention to duty. Did y'all see this video?
No.
All right.
But I got my biases for the CTA.
It came out. It came out like this morning, I believe. It may have came out yesterday, but I saw it this morning.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I mean, it's just it's a picture of the driver. It's not of the young lady.
Oh, you can't actually see.
You just see him. But the thing is, for anybody who didn't see it,
Him is the conductor?
the conductor.
Okay.
The young lady. Let me see if her name is here.
I should tell Chanel to come down here and tell you some horror stories from the CTA. She should work at the CTA. I think she saw somebody get hit.
I heard that's a pretty common.
Her
occurrence.
last name is Smith.
Suicide.
Her last name, Felon in Smith. She's from Maplewood Avenue. She went down and retrieved her phone that fell, and the train started pulling in. It was a security officer walking with a dog. People were upset, and they were also saying people on their phones didn't do anything. The worst part, this young lady's niece died from a gunshot wound to the head like a week later. It's not in this, but
It's
it's from the Tribune.
Suicide?
No, she was just, they were shooting.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Damn.
CTA fires operator of train struck and killed a woman retrieving a phone, says in-cab video shows failure to devote attention. In the video, the operator is seen laughing and appears to be pointing at someone and something outside the train window when he abruptly stands and exits the cab. So right before he enters that station, he's talking to someone in their car or something on Dan Ryan. He's like, yeah, something like you see him. He's like, yeah, something, what's up? Something, and like does like this out the window.
How can you even do that?
The train was probably already slowing down. Like he shouldn't. I'm not saying he should. He takes his eyes off for about 12 seconds. I think they listed in this article.
Wow.
All right.
So he's conversating with somebody on the Dan Ryan. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
A car.
Yeah.
Hey, I see you. Hey, what up, cuz? Oh, yeah, I'm driving the train. What's happening?
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Felon in Smith, 37, of the 600 block of South Maplewood Avenue was pronounced dead shortly after the incident, which happened on the afternoon of June 27th. The employee's behavior is unacceptable and in violation of the CTA's policy on procedures, CTA spokesman Brian Steele said. The employee was fired last week for failure to devote attention to duty and ensuring safe train operations, Steele said.
Of course.
The CTA does not identify the employee, who has been a rail operator since 2006 and has no previous safety violations. Steele said the operations are supposed to be focused on the track ahead. Steele noted the train does not have the ability to immediately stop its momentum. So a single 500 series L train car weighs 55,000 pounds or 27.5 tons. So a car train would weigh 220 tons. He wouldn't have been able to stop it regardless.
Right.
True.
That's probably why they don't have the function, because then it becomes more dangerous for everybody on the train.
Yeah. A video posted on social media earlier this month shows Smith standing on the north side platform before she climbs down to pick up an object that authorities later identified as a dropped cell phone. As Smith climbs down, a security officer with the dog emerges from behind another part of the platform, then slowly begins to walk towards Smith. In 6 seconds, it takes her to climb down the tracks. I mean, I'll say this. If anybody, first of all, I'll say fuck that phone, or I will go get something.
Yeah.
I'll go get something to sticky at the end and try to go get my phone. But I'll tell anybody this. If you're ever down there, all you need to do is go under the platform. There's space under the platform.
How you get up under the platform?
You're already on the ground.
She was on
She's by she's down there with the third rail and stuff.
But how was she supposed to be?
She was on the. What do you get? What are you asking? I don't get what you're asking.
Okay, you say you can get down there?
Once you're down there, the platform hangs over.
Oh, you can get up under.
Yeah, go under, get under. And listen, I don't know.
It was too quick.
Yeah, shit, that train coming.
Right.
Right? First of all,
Trains come pretty fast, and she got down and she didn't have no chance.
First, I'll tell sister girl this. Go find out how often they coming. First, ask somebody when the next train coming. Then could you just open your phone real quick? When the next train coming? You said about 50 seconds. I'll wait.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, unless it went and rolled over.
It depends when the time of day is. It's like 3 to 5 minutes or 15 to 20, depending on the part of the week, because they all list it that way.
Yeah, it was damn right.
Oh, I was just getting ready to say material things can be replaced, and another human being cannot be replaced.
Yeah,
Totally
she
right.
was-
And number two, we all make mistakes. We all do. But for that conductor, like you reported, Ken, that he had no other safety violations, stuff like that cannot be excused. So I'm kind of with the CTL in this one to let him go.
He had to be fired.
Yeah.
He had to be fired at the same time.
You had to send a message.
You definitely do. Keep your eyes on the road. No doubt.
At
I
all
think he was
times.
listening to house music. It looked like it was house music.
Told you about that house.
Could have
man.
been.
Because BPM's the same. You got a trance.
Yep.
But I will say this. It's just sad to say, but what was she thinking?
Way too concerned about the phone.
Exactly. You can get another phone.
Thinking.
See, but this
How
goes.
was
to
she?
This goes. She was 30. She was older than you, or at least your age.
Oh my goodness.
She was. Let me get that to you.
It's a phone.
She was 37.
Damn. Baby girl, you can get that. You can get another phone.
I would rather suffer that horrible Saturday of reprogramming that phone.
Even if her financial situation is set where she couldn't get another phone, just wait to get another phone.
Yeah, baby, your
You
life
can't,
worth
as Sid just said, you can't get your life back. There is
Exactly.
no reason. It said it hit her in 12 seconds. She saw that train coming.
Oh yes.
And she was like, I'm going to go down and get this
Imagine what
phone.
that fear was like.
Or the lack of fear.
I was getting ready to
That's
say
what
the
I'm
lack of
Right.
awareness
What
and
did she
attention.
think that the
If
train
you,
was going to
if
stop?
you
It
see the
like
train,
like a car?
See,
It doesn't. Right.
people don't think like that.
Ain't
Exactly.
thinking.
People
It
don't think
ain't
this is a
thinking.
train. This bad boy does not stop till it gets to the end of here. That's why I said with the dude, he was stopping it for like he's about to pick it up in the thing, which he would not have been
He
able to
wouldn't have
stop
had no choice.
regardless.
Yes, he had no.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to stop that train. He could have had his eyes on the road, on the track.
the train could have derailed if he tried to brake.
but
So what he did was actually better
That's what you're told to do in the CTA.
So it's
like,
like
you can't
it-
just brake.
because
Yeah,
you
you can't-
have possible lawsuits on the train if he instantly brakes on the people on that train, right?
Save one life, you hurt others.
Well, the attempt to save,
Yeah.
because he still was probably going to hit her.
There was no probably. He was going to hit
So,
her.
Yeah.
all right, it's like, all right, do I sacrifice the well-being of the people on this train by trying to make a hard stop, trying to attempt to not hit a person that I'm going to hit anyway?
But he had no. He couldn't do anything, even if he was like to yell out the window.
So why fire him?
Hold on, cuz. He could have been like, "Hold on, cuz.
He had to fire that.
Watch out! I'm about to hit you." It was nothing that he could. It had to fire him. It's nothing. I just hit my auntie. Asked me did she know him. She said nah. She said nah. I saw him before though. She said she saw him.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fireable
I seen that
offense.
motherfucker. He looked like the type of motherfucker do some shit like that. I told that motherfucker right there.
Hey, listen, my auntie has. She's
I think these people are waiting. Like
What?
some people at CTR are just waiting for the opportunity to
hit somebody.
Nah,
Man,
get
let
outta
me
here.
I give you some horror stories.
Oh, he stood up. You listen. When
I give you some
he
street
stands
horror
up.
stories.
He stands up knowing that he killed her probably, and it's like he doesn't say shit, but he's like shit, and then finally he looks at the camera that he knows is watching because he knows he's fired.
Right.
He's like, damn, and then he knows, motherfucker. Then he thinks in his head,
Is that in the contract?
I looked out the window right before we got in this bitch too. I was doing all that jazz and science and that hip hop. To that the house music. The chosen few, man. That chosen few ruining my life.
Is that in that contract?
The what?
If you kill somebody, that's instant termination.
I would think
No,
so.
I don't think so. I don't
He
think
should
it's
sue
instant.
then. He should sue for wrongful termination. It's an accident.
Dude, he broke the rules when he wasn't.
But he wasn't paying attention for 10 to 12 seconds, and it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Listen, I know bus drivers who have hit people, like literally with their buses, and they still driving. If it's an accident, it's an accident, but they wasn't doing anything.
And Tony, you got to remember too, some people are trying to like time it perfectly so that the drivers can't react in any way because they want this wish to be fulfilled.
Are you talking about the suicide?
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm saying, why ruin?
Those, they step right.
Why ruin 2 lives? You know.
He can get another job.
Tony, shut the fuck up.
He can get another job. He can get another job. But listen, but the CTA
It won't be as good as the CTA.
Bitch, where?
It won't be as good.
here.
Right. It won't be.
He
Right.
be in Memphis like a motherfucker.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like
No, that shit follows you.
his
That's what I'm saying. Where you gonna get
his
How
his
many
profession
people got L trains?
his profession of choice, right? Is and if you get in there good, you're pretty decent, right? Except for like people that work for public transportation, they do pretty well.
He look like he been there for about 15 years
His
too.
profession of
At
choice
least.
is now ended because of an accident. Because of somebody else.
It was listen.
It was goes to him too, not paying attention for 10 to 12 seconds.
It was if you want to do a percentage,
Is this Darwinism?
75 her, 25 him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is this
If you want to break it down,
I give it. I say 80, 70, 80, but or 70, 20. I mean 80, 20, but regardless, dude, if
you gotta fire him, though.
If he's looking directly straight the whole time, he keeps his job.
You think they do that? You think they do that 100%
My
of the
man,
time?
dude,
Nobody dozes off for a couple seconds.
You
Like,
see
wait,
what
wait,
happened to
hold
old
up.
girl?
But it's what
The
you
black
can
sister
prove.
at O'Hare, the sister that ran the damn L all up to the.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Because she dozed the fuck off.
Yeah, she went to sleep. Yeah, I remember
Man,
that.
no, motherfucker, you better stay awake. That's
Yeah.
why. Listen, that's also why. Not to
Yeah.
say that some of these hours can't be excessive. That's how they stagger their hours too. So like, you don't just work like 8 hours. It'll be like a break, and you have to come back. Usually, you're not gonna work day after day after day after day like that because it's like with truck drivers. So they have to make it look like they're not working you down, and that's where accidents are easily to take place.
Dude, I think they just passed some type of law. Some state or somewhere said like they can only work so many hours, and truck drivers was pissed off about that. Like, man, I'm losing money. Like, dude, you fucking falling asleep.
Exactly.
You can't have that shit. Now, in this case, he wasn't falling asleep. He wasn't paying attention. That's why he had to get fired.
I think a suspension would have sufficed.
Nah, you gotta say it.
If your sister was out there with a suspension would have sufficed, you wouldn't be like that.
I mean,
shit.
Not when he takes
needs to
his
be fine.
eyes off
He's
the
gonna
road.
work.
Yo,
He's gonna work.
Tony would be
somewhere
like,
else.
man, I feel like I want to kill him. I'd be like, what type of dark Tony shit is
I mean,
this? I feel, sometimes.
That wouldn't even be my first thought. My first thought was like, what's my sister thinking?
That's definitely had to be
That
the
would have
first
been my
thought.
first thought. It wouldn't have been on him. It's like, what am I? In fact, I don't know if
And
I
then when you
thought
saw
about
the
it at
video,
all.
wait, okay, let's say initially you said you didn't, you initially you thought that. And then come to find out, a month later, you see dude was dancing right before. Right, listen, I'm just saying, right? Because the family was like, we good to, one of the family was like, yeah, it was good to know, you know what I'm saying, that happened, that they wasn't paying attention to what was taking place. I was like, lost. I was like,
Lawsuit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely gonna try to do a lawsuit, but someone could argue on his behalf that he had no. It wasn't. Your sister was not going to survive. She got in front of a moving train, 12 seconds.
Who
away.
initiated the problem?
cell phone makers.
But I would say to put
Steve Jobs for making the iPhone.
They don't let their kids play with these shits because they know how addicted these motherfuckers
Dude, when
are.
I go on a train, if I ever have to get on a train, which is very rare nowadays, I don't even get close to the. I stand in the middle.
Why the fuck would you? So somebody can
No,
push you?
I stand back.
That's what
I
I
stand
think.
all the way
I
back.
mean, I don't know what
leave them
crazy
to do it all the
person.
time.
No.
No, he's
I'm
talking
talking
about
on a platform.
Right.
Yeah,
On a platform, because you never know what crazy person might come behind you,
just
like push you.
Yeah.
Always
You
think
never
about
know.
that. I'm like, what would I do? Would I do some Jet Li, just flip over?
Your ass gonna be like, that's what happened. Hopefully, you don't hit that third rail.
That's why I wouldn't go down to the. Listen, you're not even close. If you go straight down there, you're not even close to the third rail. After seeing a break-in, I never want any parts of a third
Yeah.
rail.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
motherfucking the thing I'm
Just
just
dated ourselves, but go ahead.
yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying,
Like,
damn,
for
break
future
it.
reference, don't touch the third rail. You're good everywhere else.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that third rail is raised up high. Like if you tried to hurdle that third rail,
Yeah.
especially if you're out of shape, I mean, you should be able to clear it. But man, that's saying something. Like you could hit that bad
you hit
boy.
that bad boy.
It's just, dude.
You don't want that shock.
Yeah, dude.
Don't go down there unless you have to.
Yeah, if it's not an emergency, like you trying to get away to save your life,
If
don't
you,
go down.
unless you're trying to save
Or
your
a kid.
unless you're trying
That's
to save
different.
your kid, or maybe even a kid.
Oh, this is what I was about to say. I was on 87th Street getting off the L this was years ago. This was like right after Kenton was born. Because Afton told me to stop getting on the L stop riding transit because I kept getting into it with people. These motherfuckers was on there, and this dude had on the biggest pair of jeans and the biggest oversized clothes I ever seen. And this shit was out of style then. Motherfucking these two dudes are walking. We walking. This on 87th Street right before Best Buy. You know, right there. We're walking, and I cut to the other side, the northbound side. We got off on the southbound side. So they're walking on the southbound side. I cut over because I'm trying to walk, just get up to my car. They split up, and one of them is walking now on the northbound side, but he's walking in an angle where he's going to get towards the end of the platform. Mind you, I'm right there. He's about to push me out. I grab him and move his ass the fuck out the way. They start talking shit. I'm basically like, what's up with the shits? Because I'm not about to let you push me over this motherfucker. It's not happening. Like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you doing, but when it comes to me, I grab motherfuckers. Right. I'm a big proponent of, hold up, no, before I let this shit happen, because I will not be motherfucking Ramo and spit.
Yeah.
They haven't updated the technology for Subway to prevent that. Like put a screen when the train's not there, then lift the screen up when the
Money. That's money, Tony.
What do you mean? Put a screen
Money
up,
from the
a screen
city.
Up where?
Because how many times do people die down there?
A screen.
It's called common sense. Don't do it.
Tony, we got an infrastructure problem.
Wait a minute. A screen where?
Like on the platform to not let you go through.
So they only open up. Only
It would be available.
opening spot is when the doors open.
Yeah, like it's like a.
I still have a spot to fall.
Something like the netting, like in a baseball game or something. Like where you just.
But
drop
Tony,
it
that's
when
money.
the train's not there. and
They
then
don't
when
even want to
train's
rebuild
there,
the train
just lift
tracks.
it up.
It sounds practical.
That sounds simple.
It sounds in theory, you're right. They're not going to do
Well,
that.
the only problem is the train would have to land exactly at the holes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
But
right.
Also, too, think about this. How many people die from getting hit by a train throughout the city on the CTA? Probably
Well,
less than
especially if you're
Most
talking
of them are
in a
trying
year.
to.
In a year.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying. Actually,
She's the only one that's probably wasn't trying to commit suicide.
accidents. Probably what? Less than 10? Probably less than 5. Probably 5.
I'm just thinking.
That's not enough.
Preventative.
That's not enough.
Yeah, preventative stay
It's
your ass
not,
from down
listen,
there.
if it was like a rash of just people getting hit by trains, possibly. It just doesn't happen enough.
I would just think that with the heightened awareness of mental health and stuff going on, I'd be like,
I'm with you. Listen, Chanel saw somebody.
or like in places like Seattle where there's like
What?
more suicides or something like that. Just say let's not try and jump over this, guys, or jump onto this, guys.
Or maybe you just keep.
But you can't stop somebody if that's their
Or you keep people in a bay so they can't get to where that's at, and then when the train pulls up, then the bay opens, and then you just go into the.
That makes more
That,
sense.
yeah, that possibly. But Chanel saw somebody get hit by a train. I think when she's working at the CTA in the office, I think they was like cleaning him up at the bottom of the street.
Did that change her?
Oh, wait.
Close now.
Didn't you say you saw somebody get hit, or the remnants of somebody getting hit on a train when you was working at the CTA? We'll talk about it. What'd you see?
I didn't really see anything, but yeah, you know, there's
This is the missus of the house, Chanel.
you want to know.
What happened? What did you see?
I mean, you know, which everybody else sees. You see ambulance, you see all that. But I mean, there was one instance where someone got hit and you could see things falling from the track.
What are things?
Underneath. I mean, what would you think would be things? It's a person's body, so.
Did you see them like clean them up at the bottom of the street?
No, because it had just happened, so.
Oh, you didn't see the aftermath. Were you at the office when this happened, or you was?
I was getting off of work.
Oh, did it
Did it
affect you?
traumatize you? Yeah.
No.
Not shocked at all.
Really?
Dude dead.
That's how you living this shit?
I mean, you know, you see lots of things in the city, right? So, I mean.
So growing up
I
in...
seen-
Wait, you grew up in Andersonville? Where'd you grow up?
No, I grew up in Uptown.
Uptown, so y'all see bodies all the time.
I actually have seen bodies before.
Okay. Splatter, but like, I don't splatter split. I don't give a fuck.
What was when you was at CTA? What was the protocol when someone did get hit by a train or anything like that?
Oh, I don't know. I worked in purchasing. I don't remember what the protocol was.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody got hit by a train. A woman, 37. You heard about it?
Yeah, they fired the.
Yes, it's common knowledge. These motherfuckers don't watch the news.
No, Chanel watched the news,
Demaz doesn't watch.
No, they don't watch the news.
He watches
I didn't see that.
CNN. That's it.
which is on right now.
Right. So.
Okay.
I didn't think that he should have got fired.
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah.
Did you see the video from this morning?
I didn't want to watch the video.
Okay.
But
it doesn't show her.
It doesn't. I know it doesn't show her. It doesn't show the conductor. But they said that he got fired because he didn't follow.
He was listening to house music. Like he was talking outside the
He was
window.
in the house music.
Yeah,
It was probably outside. He's talking outside the window, like, "Yeah, what's going on, motherfuckers?" And this happened. And then he turns back. He's like, "Oh," and he
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you'll see train conductors when they're pulling up, they look out the window instead of looking straight. So, I mean, I don't know what the protocol is, if they're supposed to look straight or if they're supposed to look out the window. I mean, I would think you would see either way, but I guess she jumped in and he maybe didn't see her down there. So, I mean, I don't know. It sounded like an accident, but
You think you should have got fired?
I don't know. How you know?
Jesus,
You on the
Chanel.
spot, like I'm supposed to.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, you should.
Every so often, I might just call her down here to get her opinion on something.
All right.
I thought she was going to be like, this place in Arizona. I can get you
We send all their body parts to Arizona. I don't know why. Bandsaws. All right.
They only wanted heads and arms. I don't know why.
You know what they getting for arms? Man, $5,000 for arms. Dude,
I got to move to Arizona.
fuck that.
Arizona and Florida.
We are grave robbing in this bitch. Old school shit.
That happened at the cemetery that all my folks are buried in.
Somebody sold some graves?
Yeah, you don't remember that story?
Oh yeah, wait, y'all, where they buried at?
Crap, I forgot the name of it.
Where's the location
something.
around? You Burr Oaks?
I was gonna say
You
Burr
Emmett
Oaks.
Till? Y'all next to Emmett Till?
Wait, what Burr Oaks at again?
It's like off of. It's like if you're going out to Crestwood.
Yeah, it's like 127th.
It's like right before you get to Crestwood, but right before you turn onto. Is that Pulaski? What's that street that?
I think it's Cicero. Yeah,
So it's before. It's on the
Chanel-
127th.
127th.
Chanel grandmother out there, I think.
All right.
I'll let y'all know in a minute. I'm texting my mom.
Hey, Mom, want to know where all the grave robberies take place? Anti-LGBTQ lawmaker resigns reportedly after hitting up Grindr for down and dirty guy-to-guy play. It's from Boston. A Republican politician who was pushing straight family values is now under a microscope after allegations of hooking up with younger guys. According to the Nashville Scene, state rep Bill Sanderson unexpectedly announced on Tuesday night that he was resigning. According to his word, he was resigning so that he can better tend to his businesses, the White Squirrel Winery, and also I think one of his kids may have cancer, diagnosed with cancer. His son-in-law was diagnosed with cancer. Oh yeah, your son-in-law, you ain't doing that shit for him. Sorry. Now that might be true, but some rumors have been swirling around that there's more to the story. Another report from Kerry Wade Gervin argues that Sanderson was dipping and dapping in the gay hookup app on Grindr. He said dipping and dapping. Since he took office in 2011, the Tennessee rep has voted repeatedly in favor of legislations designed to harm the LGBT community. During the same time period, the 59-year-old Sanderson has also been openly soliciting sex with much younger men on Grindr, a gay hookup and dating app, both from his home in West Tennessee and Nashville. Wait, Grindr's only for gay people?
That's just typically
That's traditionally what it's
who
Okay, I
use it
don't know.
for.
I don't know. This came after I was out in the streets fucking. Gervin even says in his 2013 Grindr profile, he wrote, "I seen a lot and I done a lot, but I really haven't had a connection with the guy, and I have a burning desire to have a relationship. I like a down and dirty guy-to-guy play too, so I guess you might say nothing will be held back."
Damn.
And I'm a state rep, and I'm putting in laws to stop this type of action.
Yeah, well,
Wait, Gervin.
I never understand that disconnect. Is it just I gotta have my power and I gotta stay on this side of the lines?
It's power.
Because I have all my friends over here and I just got to put on this show forever.
It's power. Listen.
But
as long as
why
you
can't
have
you
a
switch
chance-
party lines? Is it just because of
You don't
influence?
want to. You don't want to. Man, people out here rocking with Trump and they know he a racist, fucking messing around with Russia and all that kind of shit. Like, well, you know what? He talking about this goddamn free healthcare. I can't fuck with them Democrats.
I mean, that's
like,
true.
really? Over this motherfucker right here?
But still
Sold
the
out
same
the country. You still like, I can't give you poor folks no healthcare. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that's also Trump, who's in the White House presidency. They were talking about a Tennessee politician.
Man, they all follow. In this case, though, this is classic. Staying in the closet. I want to keep my power. Conservative kind of a thing. Who was the dude that? What was the dude that was in there?
This is the third one at least.
No. Remember the dude who was in the bathroom tapping on the guy's feet up under the stalls? Mm-hmm. You remember that? He would go into bathrooms and do like a little tap. Mm-hmm. That was like a sign to the other guy. That like, hey, you want to get down?
I mean,
he still was like.
Lil Boozy said it's the Coke.
He still want to get down.
Can.
The what now?
Yeah, you put a Coke can, right? He was telling the story when he was in prison that he didn't know about it. Mm-hmm. That if there's a Coke can in front of the shower, that means somebody's getting it on in there, and he didn't know.
Oh, he walked in on somebody?
And he walked in on something crazy.
Damn.
I can't handle this.
Hey, listen, wait a minute, hold on.
You took that to a whole different level. What?
I think I'm gonna take it another level. The Tyler Creator freestyle with Funk Flex.
Yeah, with Funk
that
Flex.
was funny.
Flex was like, whoa!
But he knew. But that's what you're gonna get with Tyler.
Yeah, he was messing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, just probably making him uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the point. That when he said
Why you gotta start off with that?
He said, "Me and Flex flipping through the Rolodex, looking for some with some
hot butt sex.
Butt sex.
That was fun. That was a funny line right there.
Flex was like,
me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
hold on, because Flex got to be in his early 50s now.
If that, if not older.
Yeah, older than that.
But see, I love the fact in that freestyle that Tyler was really trying to come off the dome. Like, I love the fact even
took his
though
time with
he's too irreverent sometimes, and some of his views on breaking the last wall, I don't agree with. But he does it because, like, for instance, he does that stuff because he doesn't want to think people should be homophobes. Anything.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, like again, now he may be bisexual. I wouldn't care. But that line was so
Well, at least back to this story though. I mean, listen, this is the classic case of some guy who is in the closet. I guess you could still say that. We found out last week you can't say something else. Me and Tony.
You can't say what?
Disabled
Disabled?
No, it wasn't. It was handicapped.
Handicap.
Ken said it though.
I was just telling what he said.
No, I mean,
crazy.
yeah,
Can't say
that's
handicap.
okay. All right.
Oh, here we go. When you gonna be one of them motherfuckers?
I mean, but this is a classic case of a guy who just isn't honest with himself, isn't living in his truth, but still want that power, Ryan.
Why can't he pull the Ted Cruz though and just move to a different
is Ted
state?
Cruz do?
He went from Indiana to Texas, right?
Ted Cruz?
Yeah, didn't he?
Is he in the closet?
He's in Texas. No, I'm saying he moved as a politician to a different state. Why can't you move somewhere else and be
that might be
more democratic or something?
But Ted Cruz
he
went
won't be
from
in
a red
power.
state to a red state.
I know, but the point was you move to a different spot to have more
But there
political
is no
power.
But they
liberal
didn't want
conservatives no
him
more.
there. Like, wait,
There's no liberal Republicans no
what
more.
blue state's gonna be like? You voted that way all this time. Now come here because you're doing this because you like butt sex.
You telling me they don't want that influence with how they're fighting Trump tooth and nail for every person?
No.
Because the people, think about it. The people that was following Sanderson feel betrayed if he doesn't necessarily agree with their values. So they're not going to continue to follow him. So you're just saying new voters. You already have those new voters. So like, really, what is he really bring? I'm just saying, if you're really, and on top of that, he's a guy that voted against his own sexuality. So he has to sit there and come out and talk about that and make apologies for that. So I don't see it being much political gain from him coming to a state that he has no connection to and be like, I'm here because I like the sex.
It's
and then the people being like, well, shit, we need to elect your ass. I don't think it's going to happen.
But he must have some skill as a politician to do
Yeah,
that.
he's a fucking liar.
But see, that's the whole point, though. Why would you know that you're going to have this lie? It's going to get exposed by your party.
They don't think
There's
it's
no
gonna get
way.
exposed.
He didn't post anything on Grindr like outside of that.
Yeah, but you know, in politics, you should know as a
Oh,
politician.
listen. Other people know that he's probably gay. That's not even a question.
Or bisexual.
But see, if they know, they can use that against you later on, anyways.
That's true. That's a gamble you're willing to take. But the bigger problem is there are no liberal conservatives like that, at least in like a Senate or a House representative. I mean, there's just not that many of them in there. If any, if any. Who you say, Tony?
Dropping names.
Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah, well.
Joe Biden missed.
Can you even have a liberal?
That shit was back then.
A liberal Republican? They used to be all up in the Northeast. They should be everywhere.
I mean, can we get a day where the Republican Party is like all about LGBTQ?
You try to have that within the
They're
party,
fine
but it's
about
just not.
anti-abortion.
You have the log cabin Republicans.
abortion.
You have log
Can that
cabin
ever
Republicans. Yeah.
No,
I don't think it can.
because
You have them now. They're just not in power.
But that's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah, can they?
Or in
can
power.
they be
That's what he's
somewhat
saying.
influential?
Then you're gonna lose
When
your
the older
base.
Republicans die off.
You're gonna but what like they crave that evangelical base because the motherfuckers gonna show out.
That is
And
their base,
Yeah,
basically.
and the evangelicals have said, listen, just give us what we want. You can do what the fuck you want. Look, they'd be cool with this dude doing that shit as long as he kept it to the side. If they'd be like, we don't care because God put him there. Like that's what they showed us that with Trump. Now, hey, you do whatever the fuck you do. Just put the judges in we need. That's it.
That's going to be against you also too. But you put them in there. Yeah, I mean that's his whole base. So
We should be voting like that.
voting like what?
This seems like the best and optimal way to get what you want. Hey, I
don't
care
worry
what
about
you
the
do,
people?
Just make sure we get our stuff.
But nobody's giving us our stuff. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
No one pays us back.
For the most part,
they're not
tells
paying
that
us
we
back.
need more money to fix
they're
the
not paying
problems.
us back.
Hey, we're almost fixing it. We just need a few more taxes.
for the most part, people do. I think vote like that. Like I know this motherfucker, but just get me what I want. I think people do think about that, but as Ken said, you just don't get it.
It's like a simple thing. People want money.
Most people don't because most people don't vote on their class. Or they listen to bullshit
they vote
about
against
their
their own
class.
interests.
Because you think fruit picking Central Americans are taking your jobs when none of us have the endurance.
What Americans gonna go do that shit?
Under the fucking sun?
None.
Like if you've seen
Not
their
too many.
hours and
Across
shit.
like the equator.
Yeah, dude. Like, so what jobs are they taking is really fuck. Like, if you believe in that bullshit that someone's spinning on you and you're not like, hold on, you bullshitting me. You stopping me from getting to the bread and me and mine. You a fucking idiot.
I can't get this advertising job because of Costa Rica.
Exactly. Shit.
That's why I say all the time.
Keep them out.
That's why I say all the time. People do your own damn research. Stop depending on these TV ads because all this is a bunch of
But
bullshit.
that goes to something deeper. They're brown.
Educate yourself.
They're brown. That it goes to something deeper. That's what the situation is. They're brown.
Makes it, and they don't speak English.
No,
Exactly.
I was just talking about this about my dad on a smaller scale about people. We were watching Judge Judy, and it's just people not taking responsibility.
You
for
said
stuff
Judge
that they
Judy?
do. Yeah. That's
Okay. All right.
People
And
just
they was
not
eating Harold's. They went to Harold's on 87th.
I saw the
When I got it from him, he was like, oh, it was
IG
okay.
story?
Now they driving over there.
I saw the IG story.
We was already over there.
Okay. I'm about to say that's a trip for y'all.
We took him to the silver room. We took him to the silver room and to the Harold's.
Father, they said this Harold's is on 87th and Dan Ryan. I heard it's delicious, Father. Father.
But yeah, we was talking about like how people don't take responsibility and always looking for blame to be placed. You know, it's like no, you don't think that people are taking your job. That's something that you're not doing in your personal life that's not helping your family.
Ain't nobody stopping you picking up strawberries.
To a certain degree.
Not saying that's all they do either.
That's about to a certain degree because people will sit there and they don't teach us the automation and outsourcing.
We talked about that.
So it's easy to keep talking about and use Central Americans and Mexicans as the scapegoat. But one, automation is taking all this shit away from the most part. And if it's not, it's been outsourced also.
All of us work, right? Every one of our jobs can be automated.
Yep.
A lot of them.
That's it. That's it. Everybody in this room, 100%. Maybe except for Chanel because she teaches. That's it. All of us in this room right now, our jobs can be automated.
Yeah,
some way,
listeners,
somehow.
Go look up robotics, how it's coming along. It's getting to a point where that's taking over pretty soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Anybody call in and have an issue at my 9 to 5, they don't have to talk to me. No, I don't talk to customers anyway. I talk to the people who talk to the customers. If all they got to do is just do like press A, press 1, press 2, press 3. We have now logged your case. I don't have a job. That's it. That's it. What the fuck you want me to do? These motherfuckers down in Mexico ain't got nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
I'm motherfucking in a damn dorm room and fucking MIT took my shit. How
And he's trying to tell you that they're the problem.
Yes.
Yeah, let me give you a
We
quick.
gonna bomb MIT.
We raiding MIT. Are you? Fuck this code. We shutting this shit the fuck down. Computers are like books. Burn them, motherfuckers.
Like the Area 51. Like,
yeah.
let's go
God.
on there. Let's go to
See what
MIT.
people talking about they doing to the aliens. I saw one person that had this clip of this African kid drinking something. His chest was burning. He was like, "This is what happened when I get my alien Sprite."
Quick example: if you go to McDonald's, I haven't been there in a while, but I went there about a few months ago. Usually you go to the counter, but their workers were
the kiosk now.
Do
Don't touch those. Don't touch those. I was reading an article. They said there's
dirty?
more feces on those things.
Oh, of course you got people touch them every day. My point.
Just go to the cash register. That's right.
My point is the cash register is going to be obsolete, not to the disadvantage. That's my point.
No, there's doo-doo on all of them.
Man, people touch money, Tony. People touch money.
I don't know, Tony. There's a lot of people that would touch doo-doo to not talk to a person at their
Exactly.
food
Wait a
stamp.
minute.
There's a lot of people at McDonald's that would do that.
We go bowling on Sundays, and typically we stop and get McDonald's, right? Mm-hmm. I walked into a McDonald's, Chanel was like, "Yeah, just go in there and go. It's quicker for you to go in there and just sit in this long line for the drive-thru." I'm like, "All right, fine." So I walk up to the cash register, but I see 2 kiosks behind me. I've never used them before. I'm like, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and try this kiosk."
Did you wash your hands?
I didn't. The damn girl came from behind the counter. It was like, "Which one we order you? I mean, which one we get?" The girl behind the counter put my order in the kiosk. I said, "Baby girl, you want your job." And I feel you. Because that's taking her job.
That was my point.
It's taking her job.
Well, you know, I always feel like we'll find something else. You know?
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
Like, we'll
What are you gonna
something
find?
else.
What are you
Those are
gonna
the
find?
teenager jobs.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? They got rid of the targets in the hood. Like, the jobs that you can be a high school student that wants to get into the job market, those jobs are dwindling because fast food, retail sales, those are those jobs. And if you take away the
Call
retail
centers.
and you put in the kiosk, the call centers are in India
or
in South Dakota.
Yeah, that's what 9 to 5. That's where they.
Yeah, they're
I mean, we'll find something else.
No,
because can you imagine just a whole generation of people just not doing nothing? That's the government's work.
That's why they gave you those phones.
I mentioned this. I mentioned this to the missus. I said, I wonder if we're going to revert back to just doing manual style labor. Do we just go back to until the robots take over carpentry, plumbing, electricity? Do we just now revert back?
Better learn how to fix them robots.
Huh?
Better learn how to fix them robots.
For
But
real.
you can make a robot to fix the robot.
Somebody got to fix that robot.
Like when,
But it's very few.
It's like God in the egg, motherfucker.
But it's very few. Basically, you're eliminating.
Which came first?
Listen,
the chicken came first. But
They can make a code to alleviate another coder's position. It's just kind of it's like a funnel position. It's just you can have a person who can fix a robot, but it's not that many of them gonna be able to fix robots. Because robots are going to fix the robot. Robots
yeah,
are
once
building
Skynet
cars.
is up and running,
This shit has
they're
been
going to fix
happening since
themselves.
the 70s. It's been happening since the 70s.
No, they're going to fix themselves, and then they're going to launch.
But I'm just saying, like, don't you think that people were having this same conversation like back in the day? You know, like, oh man, these
About
trains
immigrants
are taking over. Oh man, this technology, these computers are taking over.
Think about
like, how long have we been having this conversation? People always find
but
ways
think
to
about
work.
human history. As soon as you're able to make a tool, to make another tool, to make another tool, that person loses job. The motherfuckers out there,
do something
but the
else.
motherfuckers out there riding
Dude, are you
ponies delivering.
serious?
The motherfuckers out there delivering Pony Express delivering the mail. The motherfuckers probably hated when they saw a car or a train. These motherfuckers taking my job.
Go to a
It's
UPS
happening
distribution
all the
center
time.
and see all those people leaving the building. They're the ones that are going to be taken over by the robots.
That's my point. It happens all the time.
But no,
and people
what you're
find a
saying-
way to work.
no.
People are still fucking and having babies.
Whoa.
What you want to do with these little motherfuckers then? We still
But this is
procreate.
to go along with what you're saying, Tony. That's not true. You have a middle class here that's dwindled. You look at the fact that manufacturing is gone. Nothing replaced manufacturing. Some people may have been able to find another job, others won't. And even more through automation, more jobs are being taken and none are replacing those jobs. So your theory that if those are gone, other jobs are going to open up is not true because automation is making sure that menial tasks can be handled by computers. That's just not true. I'm not saying that this hasn't been something that has kept happening happening and happening, but we're getting to the back end of it. So when they did it, for instance, when people left the farm and started moving to cities, because think about it, a family could do their own work and everything. They came to the city. Well, what are we going to do? They had to put in child labor laws because they were working the kids too long or whatever. But then, listen, through automation, them kids didn't have to work anymore. The adults now they lost those jobs. More and more, when they're taking these jobs away, it leaves us with no jobs no jobs in the market to go after. Now, going on to what you had to say, to a certain degree, you're going to have to figure out something to be able to sustain yourself. That I'll agree with. But to say that some other jobs that come because these jobs are being taken isn't true.
And Tony, the other thing too, with robotics coming, it's just going to put more and more emphasis on specialization of jobs. The problem there, though, is our employers going to be creating more jobs for specialization to occur. Because if they're trying to cut jobs and only keep certain amount of specialists that can do 4 or 5 jobs, that's 4 or 5 jobs lost. And now you've got robotics.
And they're trying to save money, too.
You've got to either open up a whole new sector of the economy that's completely different than it was before, that you can house a bunch of jobs, or these people that give the jobs have to open up their pocketbooks, and they're not doing that.
Why would they?
But yeah, the laws are in place to protect them. There's nothing that really harms them because they spend enough to keep the economy going. That's it.
Governor J.B. Pritzker signs law requiring one-person public bathrooms to be gender neutral. Chicago Tribune. All single occupancy public restrooms in Illinois.
That's another job there. Clean that bathroom.
No.
Tony, how many people could do that job? One? That's one person.
Someone was already cleaning the bathroom. They just changed the sign on the outside. You act like it was dirty. Oh, now we got to clean that bitch.
We're going to have janitors and shifts.
Yeah.
Just people coming in.
I cleaned bathrooms before, but go ahead, Ken.
All single occupancy public restrooms in Illinois must be designated as gender neutral beginning January 1st. There's a lot coming in. Gambling, this and the weed. J.B. Pritzker signed Friday. The legislation sponsored by the Democratic State Senator Melinda Bush of Grays Lake prohibits signs outside of any single occupancy public restroom from designating a specific gender. The measure was approved unanimously in the Senate and by a vote of 109 to 5 in the House this spring. Making single occupancy restrooms gender neutral is inclusive, but it also just makes sense, Bush said in a statement. It's a small change that will make a big impact of 1,000 Illinoisans. Bush called it the common sense measure that will benefit individuals who don't identify as male or female, as well as parents and caregivers who have dependents of the opposite sex. Public restrooms and locker rooms in recent years have become battlegrounds in the fight over expanded rights for transgender people in Illinois and around the country. In northwest suburban Palatine, for example, a controversy has simmered for over years whether transgender students should be allowed to use the locker room that corresponds with their gender identity. Palestine-based Township High School District 211 in 2015 began allowing transgender students to use corresponding bathrooms and locker rooms after the U.S. Department of Education found its policies violated federal anti-discrimination laws. The district since has allowed transgender students to use the locker room if they change the private areas. The accommodation resulted in a federal lawsuit from a group of parents who opposed the policy, which was dropped early this year.
Now, I wasn't even thinking about the simple fact of, or the fact about the whole transgender thing. I wasn't even thinking about that. But I will say this, as a person who used to clean bathrooms at Kmart.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Sorry, bro.
Let me tell you something.
That's like a crackhead's fantasy land.
That's one of the worst department.
Listen, I was
bathrooms.
I think the position was called 5,000 or something like that. But
Like
basically 5,000.
That's what it was called?
They will basically page me. It's like 5,000 needed at the bathroom, or 5,000 need. I push carts. I told you my cart story. I push carts. Stock shelves. Basically, it was a high school. It was a.
How many years were you there?
A year and a half until I hurt my shoulder in the layaway, and I was like, I ain't going back.
Did you sue?
No, I should have though. No.
How you hurt your shoulder in the layaway?
So I was making a little extra change in layaway. Let me tell you something. You work at a retail store, get to the layaway department. It's sweet. Everybody want to get to the layaway department because it's easy. Because it's kind of like you just ringing up people and just putting stuff away.
Shit.
Yeah, layaway. Now, I will say this. Christmas time, that's when it's the worst.
Let me halt you right there. I did layaway at Wilson's.
Okay.
All right. Now, imagine if you ever worked in the mall and anybody... Have you worked in the mall before?
No.
All right. So you see how, those shops are. Now, imagine how small their back rooms are and they have usually a bathroom back there.
Yeah.
That space was about as wide, maybe it wasn't even as wide as from this wall to this wall in your area.
Oh, I layaway section was pretty big in the back.
It may have been from that wall to you, and now it'd be 5 racks of coats right here on the ground, then like 4 racks, or maybe like 6 on the ground, then 4 racks in the sky. Dude, in Tim's, I would have to pull myself up and walk on top of the rail in Tim's. And it got to the point, because that became my job at Wilson's. And so I didn't have to do sales basically anymore. They'd be like, Kim, because I could go back there and find shit. I'd be like, wait, I seen that motherfucker. It was like 349. I was like, I seen that bitch the other day. Right? But that shit, if you ever asked for it, that shit was different.
Now, this is the issue. This is what happened. Somebody came in like, yeah, I have 2 totes and something else. Like, okay, all right, cool. Now I was smaller, shorter, like I said, when I was in school. I'm not a big guy.
So damn much.
That could be true.
The guy had more inches for you, brother.
So I went to go pull something down, but they had something heavy in the totes.
Oh.
I pulled it down.
And it cracked. Ooh.
Ripped my shoulder.
Ooh, I've had that.
With a severe strain.
Yeah, nah. Once you say it was had something in there, you ain't expect that.
I didn't expect it. So I'm like working. I'm like, man, my shoulder hurt. Next thing you know, man, I couldn't move my arm. I had to have rehab on my shoulder. Yeah. I was in high school. And by this time I was about to graduate. I'm like, I'm not going back to that job. But get back to the bathrooms.
That took a long.
It did.
Shit.
The women's bathrooms at Kmart were by far the worst thing I think I've ever seen in my life. This is what's going on.
Women's room, you said?
The women's room. Because guys just go in and do the business, smell like piss. Typically, I don't know, this is in the late 90s. You have a sign that says, not in order, do not enter. Still go in there, shit in the toilet, tampons in the toilet, all kind of shit. See, I know that you see the sign. But they'll call me like, hey, Demons, this toilet is backed up. You need to go clean it out. So I'm like, I'm out there plunging dirty ass, nasty ass bathrooms.
I'm done.
It was terrible.
I got you, brother.
Mopping piss and shit.
They couldn't pay me enough to do
how
that.
how does this connect to the transgender bathroom?
So I was not thinking about transgender bathrooms. I was thinking about the simple fact of men and women sharing bathrooms. I was getting to it. Men and women just sharing bathrooms. I think it is cost effective because it is just a bathroom. As long as you ain't a nasty motherfucker, if you have women in your house, y'all use the same bathrooms now. Just don't be a dirty motherfucker.
Well,
a gender neutral bathroom makes a lot of sense.
also to go
Cut down on space and
That's a third option, or
what? Gender neutral bathrooms?
No, listen real quick. They put this in its proper parameters. So at the 9 to 5, you've been up there. You've been up there. Well, all of us have been up there.
Yeah.
Know where the bathrooms at.
Yeah.
Well, you also know where the individual bathrooms are at.
Yep.
Those used to be male and female.
Mm-hmm. They switched them.
They changed those to you can go either because women. I wasn't going in the girls because I'm a big black dude. I knew how that was. Like.
Yeah.
Big black dude was up in there. I was like, nah. Somebody asked me like, you just don't go to the girls. I was like, nah. I would. But the girls were using both of them.
Yeah, they will.
So they made no sense to have them be gender. They may as well be gender neutral.
Yeah.
I'm all for single capacity. Remember this is single capacity.
That's what I'm talking about. Single capacity.
Single capacity. I'm all for. Anybody can use it. It's just like now when my daughter is going to the bathroom, I don't want no motherfucking used to be dude.
But typically you in the but you're in the bathroom with her.
Being short.
Wait. But you're in the bathroom with her.
I'm just saying.
Because there's been plenty of times we gotta take our daughter to the bathroom somewhere, and we've like, well, shit, you gotta go in the men's bathroom. I can't go into the women's bathroom.
I take her in there and I close the door. Or back this time I had the potty. The changing thing. And those are starting to appear more in men bathrooms as well. And you're gonna see. This is sound weird, but you're gonna see little girls in men's bathrooms because they're typically with their fathers. Their fathers cannot take them into a women's bathroom. So this doesn't. I've always, not always, but as I gotten older, it's kind of like, why do we have 2 separate bathrooms? Well, I mean, again.
To each his own. I understand some people want privacy and public
this
things.
Single occupancy is different from toilet. Because again, I'm not trying to explain shit right now. I want to be able to send Kenton in this mug or whatever. Again, I'm saying for me, and if people don't understand that, you just don't understand.
You want to send Kenton in a bathroom and had a woman.
I mean, if it had a woman.
Oh, look at you!
But see, no, because then he'd be like,
"Son, did you see it all?"
No. It probably wouldn't be like that. Probably some woman in there with a beard, like, "Daddy, I'm really blown off." I tried to save you from this type of shit. Like, did y'all see the clip that I sent y'all this week about the dude talking about that he wanted his girlfriend to be a lesbian stud? You didn't? Did you? I know you watched it. You watched it, didn't you?
I didn't see that.
You didn't watch that?
No, I didn't
that
see
was
it.
hilarious.
He wanted his girlfriend to be a lesbian
stud. I sent you watch it. Well, not now, but watch it later.
So
it's
he basically wanted his girlfriend to look like a man.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm not gay. It's very funny.
He likes a masculine looking woman.
But it's not. It's a parody.
Oh, okay.
It's a parody.
I'm about to say he likes a handsome
But
woman.
that's what he's saying. Like, yeah, it's like he's just hitting me. He's like, man, we could sit there, we could play video games, and I could put your do right. Like,
wait a minute, I think I did see this.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did see that. I mean, listen. I just think from an economic standpoint, typically people go and use the same bathroom in their home. As long as you're not a dirty, nasty person.
Well, I guess that depends if you went to McDonald's first, right?
Oh, yes, that's true. Them chicken nuggets have you going.
Touch that screen with all the feces on it.
Or White Castle, the sliders will give you the business too, with your stomach.
This is just public. This is not going to be in corporations. It's not going to be something that's going to be mandated across companies. This is just public bathrooms, right?
I think, again, like I said, the company I work for, with their they have public they have large bathrooms that are still male and female. But what they did, we also have 4 on each side.
I used to use that one.
Single capacity, and they changed those from being male and female to just open gender.
Hey, ain't even gonna front. If the men's bathrooms are like occupied and I gotta go.
You went to a woman's bathroom before?
No, I'm just saying if that's if the gender fluid.
I'm saying, you seem like that's what you do.
Excuse me, ladies.
Keep banking on it.
I gotta go.
I hope. Come on. Be occupied. Yes. Like, you sound like that's your shit. That's Tony
What I'm
Monday.
saying is like if I can't hold it and the gender bathroom is open, I gotta go.
But that's fine though.
I
that's the whole
identify
purpose
as
of it,
male.
though.
Let me go into this bathroom.
That's
please.
the whole purpose of it.
I have to go.
So
Quick question: if you
I want to
get fired.
drop deuces with girls sitting next to me.
why not?
Yeah, I don't know if I could do
They
that.
probably dropping deuces too.
I don't want to smell that either. I like to keep my women in a certain type of box.
Like, girl, what you eat last night, girl?
Dropping some, dropping bombs.
Smell this. I like to put myself in that box, and I don't want to smell that. Let's keep that separate.
We all shit.
I like the sexy time. I like the sexy time to stay delicate.
We all do.
Let's keep that feces clean.
You said we all shit, but we also talk about the fact that we don't like playing with shitters that much. Correct?
No, absolutely not.
So let her shit stay over there.
I'm saying though, that's just
separate this shit to us.
That's natural.
Listen, I have nothing. Listen.
Can I borrow a square? You might have to ask that.
No, I don't.
Can you spare a square?
Can you pair? Yeah.
Maybe some strong odors. All right. I don't give a fuck 3000. Gamora's unbothered reaction to Tony Stark's death in the Avengers Endgame. It's posthumous hilarity. We are now living in a world without Tony Stark, the beloved inventor who became Iron Man, selfishly sacrificed his life for the greater good of the Avengers Endgame, greater good in the Avengers Endgame, and many fans are still mourning his inevitable death. Gamora could give a fuck less. We just watched this, everybody.
Yeah, she couldn't.
Can I get out of here? Or
Marvel
what?
unleashed the super sad deleted scenes of Avengers reactions and moments immediately following Tony's death. Gamora was there, but she wasn't exactly present. Shawty just dipped off like her Uber had just arrived and she didn't want to get charged that little punk-ass fee that they try to charge after 2 minutes. Gamora apathy quickly becomes the stuff of social media enjoyment. What did y'all think? I thought when she did it, when we watched it, I think Tony was like, well, we found out what Gamora, what happened to her. As you just said, Ryan, it was fine how the hell left.
I actually think I prefer it assuming she just left than seeing the scene.
Mystery of it.
Because
That
it's
was a big question.
everybody on the team is kneeling and she's just like, all right, I need to get out of
But
here.
she didn't know him.
But exactly.
But even still, where is she going? Is there another ship somewhere?
that's what's gonna happen. That's going to be probably part of Galaxy 3.
There. They all just
She dipped off.
But I thought everything got destroyed.
all the ships?
Yeah, when Captain Marvel came in, she did destroy everything. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, come on now.
I mean, they might have an emergency hatch pad that she gets out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to see her just coldly walking away to just go into one of these.
know.
But what
was she doing in that fight? Was she fighting with them or
No,
against them?
remember
That was
she
always a
fighting-
question. That was a question.
No, she was fighting because
She wanted to stop Thanos, right?
yes, that's
Yes.
why she was fighting, because her sister told her, "Listen, this is what you
Well,
were-
that's another one. If her sister's kneeling, she's just like, I'm out
That's
of
it,
here.
but she still doesn't have a connection with them. Why is she gonna do a fake
No,
kneel?
she chose to go against Thanos because
For her
she
own-
loved for her own and her sister.
Yeah,
her
that's
sister
it.
was a part.
So why does she have to
wants
kneel
be
for
best
Tony,
friend?
though?
Okay, but I get that. But her sister is kneeling.
So why
and
does she have to kneel for Tony?
So she's just gonna bail. She's
Dude,
just gonna
I have
leave.
no connection.
But that's your sister. You've lost your dad. You are now with your sister that you've come back with. That was what they set up in the movie. That we're
also
sisters and together.
remember this too. They aren't the same Gamora,
Right.
And what's the sister's name?
I'm about to ask that. What's a
Nebula.
Nebula.
They're not the
Nebula.
same Gamora and Nebula. They don't have the time.
No. The bad new
No, let me finish.
Yeah.
They don't have the time that they spent as far as on the Guardians. That's Gamora, but I'm just saying. So Nebula and Gamora aren't even as they haven't become the sister bond that
But
became.
wasn't that
from
the
them
whole?
be-
No.
Yeah.
In the movie, Gamora helps kill the old Nebula, or doesn't stop the killing of the old Nebula because of her new relationship with the new Nebula, her sister.
I'm not taking away. This is all I'm saying. Gamora and Nebula aren't the Gamora and Nebula relationship that we now see in Guardians yet.
I
so
agree with
even
that.
her connection, even though she cares about her sister, they're not girlfriends yet.
But do you see where I'm coming from? She's decided, like, even in this short span,
Yeah.
even though they haven't had any
I get that, but I don't
together.
see why you're saying she has to kneel because
No,
her
I'm not
sister
saying
knelt.
kneel. It's just an awkward scene for her to just
Maybe
leave
she
to
wants
me.
to leave because all these people are feeling an emotion she doesn't have.
Maybe.
And she's like, you know what?
But you don't get that from that scene.
I didn't. But see, actually, this.
Wait a minute. Y'all two said you happy that you didn't have the scene though, right?
I think, yeah,
I
the whole
prefer it
kneeling
because
was
see, that's why I keep
clumsily
picking
done.
on it, because I just think it's like just weird that she just walks away. There's no context of anything.
But
There's
it
no
gives-
real look.
The context that it gives you is that even though she answers your question, they're providing you that this is not Gamora. She does not have an affinity or a
Right.
connection. And
But see, I don't even like that to begin with.
And that's what we learned from when Star-Lord is sitting there and he's like, basically like, we got to go find her because she just took off. And he's like, damn, this bitch don't care about me like that, which we know because she hasn't met him.
That made sense, though. I had no problem with
the
that.
same applies-
But to watch your sister get killed in front of the future sister because you love this new potential
But think
friendship.
about it. The future sister is still sister.
That's what
Actually,
I'm
it's
saying.
even better because she made it.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
But I'm just, but
she
I'm-
found this new sister that she's finally gotten a
but they're
family
still
member and
not
now
co-
gone.
But they're at,
I get it. If she leaves,
They're at
whatever.
the beginning. They're at the beginning of when Guardians, after they beat Ronan. They're basically right now. They're at that point in
I
their
know.
relationship.
I'm
they're
not-
not the two
I
sisters that have
understand
gone
that.
through all that stuff.
I'm
where
just
they realize
talking about the scene after that. They come to Earth. She has no recollection, and then that scene happens. That's the relationship we have in the current MCU universe between those two. Gamora watches Nebula die, and she has this new Nebula or the future Nebula that she grows an affinity for, becomes friendship, whatever. But that's the only thing we know of Gamora after the point of Ronan. She had that, and then she just leaves. And my problem is the awkwardness of the scene. Not that she leaves, not that they have to find her, or any of that stuff. And not that she's like, hey, I can't handle this. It just, there's very little context other than she just leaves.
But I think it's telling you a lot.
Well, it's up to the person who's
Yeah, but
watching
it's
to
telling
even
you
know all that.
It's basically she has no connection. Like everything you're
She
saying.
fought alongside with them
Yeah,
because
but
my
remember
problem
she
too-
fought.
Yeah.
She fought. One of the main reasons she fought was for her own self. Let's get to
Sure.
So
Yes.
the whole thing with Nebula, that's a totally different thing. She fought for herself.
Definitely.
This Nebula is one that makes more sense. Remember, old Nebula wanted to kill her all the time.
Yeah.
All right. This Nebula, because
But Gamora's always wanted
Remember,
family.
This is
Yeah,
past,
but
this is
again-
past. This is past.
But
Gamora, though.
remember, this isn't that you're still not breaking in. That Gamora that like family had the Guardians. Let me just finish. Had the Guardians soften her up before she started her relationship with Nebula.
Sure.
She hasn't been softened by the Guardians at all.
She doesn't know them.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
So let me finish. What you're saying is trying to rectify this. This this Gamora has not spent the time with the Guardians that made her softer and want to be familial with people.
No,
she hasn't got to that point whatsoever. So even though it's cool and I want to have an attachment, she doesn't even know how to be attached to a sibling yet because she hasn't gone through feeling those emotions like she did with Star-Lord yet.
Well, she
hasn't been through any. She hasn't been through any of that.
She has attachments to her siblings because she had attachment to Nebula because remember they was both out there doing a bit of Thanos.
Yeah,
it was the kind of different relationship that they have with each other now. But now
even
remember,
that attachment, Nebula wanted to kill her all the time.
Yeah, but even
So
in
it wasn't-
Guardians,
it wasn't-
she was still messing
It was
with
a
us
strained,
past
it was a
Nebula.
strained relationship.
But
so think about it. This Nebula that we're talking about, this here now,
The present Nebula.
The present Nebula comes from when her present Gamora comes from when her and Nebula were still fighting and trying to kill each other.
No, see, I disagree with that. That's
How?
where I disagree. Because
let's see.
with Gamora in Guardians, she always went against Nebula, right? But she always saved Nebula. She never let Nebula go to death, even though Nebula wanted to kill
her.
Gamora.
Okay.
Right.
So in Gamora's
Did
character,
they hang out though?
But listen to me.
Yeah.
So in Gamora's character, she's not this ruthless, like, I don't care about you. She's always wanted family.
But no one's
because
saying
even in the
that,
beginning
Ryan.
in Infinity,
Hold on, Ken.
But even in Infinity War, you see the young Gamora who has her troubles with her father because she knows that he killed her parents, and she's always had. I get that you're saying they haven't had this long history,
So if
but
you
they
get it
in the scene
Yeah.
they made this extensive scene of her breaking down, of her choosing to go against her father Thanos in Endgame because this was the right thing to do.
No, she always has gone. It's in her nature to go against Thanos.
But she never
think about
did-
it, She's
she-
always hid from him where the stones were that she didn't know
We're talking about Gamora.
And
right?
yeah, Gamora. It's in her. She was always plotting to get rid of Thanos, even while she was doing his bidding. As soon as she finally got something strong enough to use against him, her plan went into action. So that this is her nature to go against Thanos. So that's what I'm saying.
But
That's
it's also in her nature to try to build a relationship with Nebula.
No, because you keep saying that, and past Gamora just wanted Nebula to understand they didn't have to be like that, but they weren't close until they became the Guardians. So they haven't gotten that again. That Gamora, it was it's like this. It's like let me say this. It's like a person that's been raised by murderers spending 3 years with a loving family, right? So that's person that's been raised by murderers who has a good heart, spending 3 years by a loving family, and now in the other end of those 3 years, they're down with familial connections. Again, person raised by murder was a good person in the first place, but still doesn't really know how yet. All right. Now what we're doing now, even though we are at the end of the person spending time with the family members, that's been wiped away. We're back here with the person. They just got out of being raised by a murderer. They haven't spent time learning how to connect to people. So she doesn't know yet. You're talking about in a couple days she just met her.
No.
What?
That's not what I'm saying, though. See, everything you're saying, I understand. The problem I have is in Endgame, the scene of Nebula killing Nebula. Gamora has no problems with, she's not acting like some murderer shell shock.
But Nebula is still there.
But exactly, it's a different Nebula. It's somebody else that has a totally different thought.
It's not as much of a different as a progressed Nebula. She's with Nebula
But she is a different Nebula than the one that Gamora sees.
She's one that she is probably more in tune with because this one only wanted to kill me.
But that's my
You know
point.
how easy,
That's my point,
do you know how easy it'll be for you to be cooler with someone, two people that are twins? One of them wants to kill you all the time, one that doesn't.
Yes, and then
It's gonna be
you're just
easy.
going to leave that
You
twin?
still don't have a connection with that twin.
I don't think. Oh,
How did you wait? How did she build it? Tell me.
You feel in tune with a twin. You have this where you don't stop a certain Nebula version from dying at all.
Why didn't she?
Because she is aligned with that. From what I
But
took
why is she,
from the movie,
What is
she has always craved a sister relationship, and she saw that she could actually
What's
have
been
that with
Nebula's
Nebula.
motive?
To get Thanos'
Okay,
approval.
so if the Nebula that's standing in your way, that wants to kill you, is on the side of Thanos, you have to get rid of her anyway. So I don't even think about her major objective is to get rid of Thanos. All right, so if you got two Nebulas, one's riding with you, one's not.
But again, Thanos is now dead, and you are just done.
But they don't know each other like that yet.
See, to me, that's just a total disconnect. It can't just be. I have
think it makes the
this
perfect
some
amount of
connection, and now I'm just completely over.
Listen, I would have been so upset, and I thought this. If she stayed with the Guardians, I'd be like, what the fuck for?
How you don't know them.
You keep,
Yeah, and
you
that's
keep bringing up that I have a problem that she left. I don't have a problem
I
that
didn't
she
say
left.
you had a problem when she left. That's not our argument. You're making it seem like there has to be more out of their connection, and they still
No.
Just
I
because
think there
she
has to be
made
more
one
out of that
decision-
scene.
Look, wait, just because she made one decision does not mean we are bosom buddies for life. And part of that decision goes with what her objective is.
But see, to me, that's where the fakeness. A person doesn't just, okay, I went through this crazy ass shit with this sister of mine, and now I'm just gonna leave.
But if you're going to go that, then you have to argue the fact that she listened to the new Nebula anyway. She shouldn't have listened in.
Present Nebula.
Yeah, according to what you saying, she should have never listened to the new bitch because it's like, bitch, I don't even know you like that.
All right, so beyond the different emotions and interpretations of the deleted scene, we also have the Phase 4 or Phase 5. This should be Phase 4, right? Phase 4 of MCU movies, and also two Disney Plus shows. But Ken got the breakdown of that. Ken, what you got?
All right, May 1st, 2020, Black Widow. We believe this is going to be a prequel.
It's going to be the time frame. I think it's going to be a story right after Civil War. So this is going to be Black Widow's story, what happened to them right after Civil War. Because after Civil War, we go into Infinity War, right? So they're kind of on a run. Captain America is on a run. He's kind of hanging out with Wakanda.
He's got his own Avengers kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I think he kind of like splintered. They kind of splintered after that. So this is going to be kind of like a tale of a Black Widow after Civil War, which I do think they kind of fucked over Black Widow. She should have had a movie like in Phase 2. I think her story could have been told a lot earlier, but this is going to be, as it kind of been leading up, Budapest. So we're going to I guess we're going to get somewhat of a story about Budapest, so maybe a flashback to Budapest, whatever like that. But this is going to be right after Civil War, from what I've read.
The Eternals.
How excited are you guys for the Eternals?
I'm kind of excited for her.
You know what? I didn't read the Eternals comics.
No, I didn't either, but these are basically what's supposed to be how people with superhuman powers got their powers from the land. Like I believe an Eternal's blood was spilt over the earth or something like that.
So this is going to be like a super prequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, Thanos is
He's a Titan,
but he's a descendant of the Eternals. I believe. Who else? Galacticus.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like again, so those type of super individuals. So it'll be interesting how they do it. Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. This is going to be like a straight up kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Marvel style.
Yep. It's not going to be, I don't think, too many like superpower type things.
And it's going to be Shang Tsung and the Ten Rings, I believe. Mm-hmm. All right. Real quick with the Eternals, Selma Hayek's in it, so I'm definitely going to go see that.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness. It's supposed to be a horror movie.
Yeah. This is what
that's the one I'm most interested in.
I'm interested in this one because I actually dug Doctor Strange.
I think most of us did.
I don't know. I didn't love
us.
I don't know if it loved. Yeah, within us. Yeah, I remember I saw it between the time when I was I had got laid off, and I just went to 87 and I just went to go see it. I'm like, this is some mind blowing shit. Like this is fucking wild.
You like Inception? You should love Doctor.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it as much. I was like, I've seen it. No, I love Inception and I like Doctor Strange, but because Inception came first, I was like, man, I've already seen this.
Yeah, I get you. I get that one. Yes. No, I am very excited about this because also within this one, Scarlet Witch is going to be in it too. So one thing I'm like really liking, I'm really digging, which they already kind of started before with Iron Man. You had you had Black Widow in that. I like the fact how they kind of like pairing off these heroes with each other and kind of like putting like a feature.
It'd be fun in
hero
like
within the main movie.
The cartoons when like Batman had somebody else come help him in like the animated series. Yeah, that was always cool.
I'm very interested, and it's supposed to be like the first horror movie too. So
how do you think the horror element's going to play out? Is this going to be like rated R, or is this going to be PG-13?
No,
PG-13.
Because they're trying to go for what the scariest, like a legit horror movie or something.
Do a lot of things that are scary and aren't gory.
Sure.
So
suspenseful. I mean,
but wouldn't that raise? Does that raise up the?
No, I don't think so.
No,
is it like gore and cursing is the only thing that really
get it closer to PG? I mean, the R. They're not the only R Marvel movies you're gonna get is
Logan.
Logan and Deadpool.
But that wasn't Marvel though. That wasn't.
I mean, well, now moving forward, Deadpool is Marvel.
Deadpool, yeah, Fox
and
will,
Logan
yes.
will be Marvel also if any
Wasn't
Wolverine-
Logan Marvel?
No, that was Sony.
No, it's Fox.
Oh yeah, thank you. That was Fox.
That was Fox.
Thor.
Good
Thor,
job on that one.
Thor: Love and Thunder. This is Natalie Portman. Like in the comic book, her character becomes.
I
Thor.
have this comic book arc, and I'm digging this. I know Natalie Portman kind of had a falling out with the MCU because listen, Thor 1 and Thor 2 were not good. Thor 1 was probably better than Part 2. But it did a lot of setup for the rest of the timeline, rest of the MCU, but they were not good. And I think
They were like filler movies.
yeah, they were. Not until Ragnarok. That's when Thor kind of took off.
That was
the
great.
same director who did Ragnarok is going to do Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
But you're going to get female Thor, a woman Thor, and that comic book arc is pretty good because you really don't know who she is until I had the graphic novels, at least volume 1. I think I got volume 3 as well. I think it's 3 values. But you don't know until like the end of volume 2. It's kind of like, oh shit, it's James. Spoiler alert. But this is gonna be interesting to see Natalie Portman kind of pull off this role because she hasn't been around in the MCU for about more than 5 years.
About.
Probably more than that at the Thor 2. And then she they kind of like put her in Endgame because they had to go through the time frame like that. You didn't see her face, but you kind of knew who she was. Mm-hmm. But after Thor 2, she was like, they kind of like just wrote her off. Kind of like, where did Jane go? They just broke up? No, Jane is a huge part. It's a huge part of the Thor legacy.
That's funny. They did say that. They're like, oh yeah, we broke up. Like,
yeah, basically, yeah. So to get her back in is going to be pretty big.
Tessa Thompson plays the first.
Yeah. Queen or
same
king.
sex.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
She's going to have a same sex relationship in there.
That's the first time that Marvel is.
No, there was a gay character because one of the Russo brothers is gay, and he had a scene in Endgame where he was talking about his significant other who's a man. So
wait, what is who's we talking about characters in there?
Yeah,
you said one of the directors.
Yeah, he was in the scene in Endgame. He was in the I believe he was in the scene when Captain America was kind of talking about how you get past loss or whatever like that.
Hold on.
I think one of
we're
them
talking about.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I'm talking about a character within the MCU.
But we're not talking about do they have gay people working there. We're talking about a gay or LGBT relationship. This is the first one he was saying.
Well, superhero.
You said no, it wasn't the first one.
No, I'm saying within the MCU based on characters. I'm not talking about superheroes. I'm just talking about a character in the MCU, a person. One of the Russos played a character in Endgame who's mentioned.
Oh, that was Russo?
I think it's
okay.
yeah, who had a same-sex relationship.
But
you're talking about a superhero
in the
movie.
movie. Did they tell us about that relationship? Is what I'm asking.
Well, he spoke about it because
they went on a first date
because he lost in the snap.
I'm saying, but so yeah, you're talking about the dude that was sitting there that lost. Yeah.
No. The guy didn't lose somebody.
In the snap, he lost his partner. His partner.
No, he went on a date with his partner, and they started crying over the snap.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Did he like reappear? Because now it's time people reappear, right?
He went on a date after the snap with a new guy, and then they went on the date.
Okay.
They talked about the snap, so they both started crying, and it was very difficult. That's why he was at the therapy.
That's where the therapy, right? But I'm just saying it was the first sense of having a same-sex relationship in the MCU.
Okay.
Her character.
Going what you said.
Her character, superhero character is going to be the first one.
It'll be a storyline about a character that has the same sex relationship.
Do you think they're just going to drop it at the end? Like, hey,
no, because she kind of mentioned it in Hall H at Comic Con, saying like a queen has to find a queen or something along those lines. Yeah.
Blade, we found out that Mahershala Ali basically stepped up and was like, "You giving me this, and he's gonna be the next Blade." We don't know when that is coming out.
That one needs to be R.
Wesley Snipes makes an appearance.
What?
You know what? I had heard the story that Wesley Snipes was trying to pitch to them for him to be Blade, to kind of like bring it back for him to be the Blade.
No.
Then Mahershala Ali he reached out like, no, I want to play this role. So
it seemed like Wesley is aged well, but he may have just aged out. I would like him to play an older character. I mean, he looks good Wesley Snipes takes incredible shape of himself.
Yeah, he's probably almost 60 probably, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably close. He's got to be in his 50s.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's why I would say that knowing that they want this character to be around a while, you probably just want to go ahead and bring in a younger character.
But how do you do it though? I was going to say, are we talking about? Because I read an article and it was like, okay, this is kind of interesting in bringing this up. So you have Disney Plus, which is never going to go R because the original Blade movies, I think they was R rated.
Oh yeah,
So I had to go back and watch
I don't
those
think
too.
it's gonna be hard.
I don't think so either.
But this is the way they can do it, though. You have Fox now. It might not have to say under Disney, whatever, Marvel. You could put it up under Fox. So that could be one way to kind of lay out to have a R-rated movie, because that's what they're going to do with Deadpool. Deadpool is going to stay under the Fox banner. Although Disney owns it, it's under Fox. Or do you make it into a series? Because now now Disney owns Hulu.
Mahershala Ali is not coming there to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he wants
Hey,
to
listen,
do
you have quite a few of the bigger stars doing series, though.
You know this is going to be a movie, right?
I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, they said
is.
movie.
I would lean towards it is, but it'll be interesting to see if they made it into a series.
But see, even with the
It would be interesting if it made it into a series.
Did you see the type of numbers they did off of their first black superhero? You think they're not gonna put another one out there?
Well,
I mean, brother,
Well,
they gonna beat that horse until they be like, okay, the
but
black
we
thing
have
is
already seen Blade in the theaters.
but-
Black Panther, you had never.
How many
seen
Spider-Mans
before.
Yeah, but this is their Blade. Even
listen,
back then, and then we
Blade
loved
was
it.
a cult classic.
Yeah, but
It's
it
not
didn't have
Marvel,
this
though.
budget.
It didn't
have
budget.
this
Yes.
backing.
Yes.
This is a whole different monster.
no, you're right about
and
that.
they already, for the cult status that it had then, now can put their batteries in his backpack. Dude, this is. I'll tell you what. If you're talking about a series, what series may come out for Blade is what they do with the other members of the Days of the Midnight Sun. So what would happen from a Morbius? What would happen from a Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Those are the things where you could see it being that will go. But this Blade is starting off as a movie. They not. Man, this dude is an Academy Award winner. He not coming for the small screen.
Yeah,
He
if
did
HBO was doing
he
it.
just did. He just did True Detective.
Yeah,
It's
but
True
that
Detective.
right. That's
I'm just saying.
It's True Detective.
He's trying to take a step up.
But hold on. But you never know which way you can do it, and maybe Mahershala Ali might do it.
No, this is you being.
No, I'm
just
just
being co-you.
No,
This is
I'm
going
just
to be
saying. Listen. I agree with you. I think in majority, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a movie.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is now Disney has options to do a bunch of different things.
I agree, but I would think an actor like him coming to them, pitching a meeting, he's not pitching it to go to a series. He's like, I want to do Blade in a movie.
Listen. If you do any MCU movie now, it's like guaranteed $1 billion. Spider-Man, the Far From Home, just generated $1 billion.
Not anyone. We'll see if Doctor Strange can pull it off. Because
Man,
again,
they on such a high.
Nah, it would still won't. It's
They
still
on
you'll
such
still
a
have
high.
dude. You could drop an Ant-Man, and that Ant-Man is not pulling in $1 billion.
What did the last Ant-Man do?
I don't know, but they're not all gonna do $1 billion. They're gonna be, but it's still gonna be crazy because they're gonna be 600 million up. But they're not all.
yeah.
Blade could do it though. That's a significant enough character.
Blade, but
Well,
they're
it'd be
not all.
the second African American based comic book. Movie, whatever. Like for
Man, I hope they do that series or that movie Cold.
Guardian of the Galaxy.
But we don't know where it's gonna be because MCU they own their cap is PG-13.
They gotta
People
move
want
that.
Blade to be rated
Yeah,
R.
they gotta move that.
Hence my question:
I don't
where they
care.
gonna put it?
I don't care if they put it.
So
in
you would
Fox.
take a Blade for a PG-13
It
Blade?
doesn't matter how they do. I mean, think about it. Again, we don't with ratings nowadays. Let's remember this: you can get away with a lot more gore. I watch PG-13 shit with my kid, and it's like, what the fuck is this? This shouldn't be PG-13. You get away with a lot more blood and guts than you used to. Blade wasn't in there fucking. He was just slicing. He was just slicing. But think
It
about
was more so the coldness of his
yeah,
character.
but look,
It was very bloody. It was very violent.
But nowadays, that's not far from being PG-13.
We got one lopped off head Thanos at the beginning of Endgame, right? But that was probably the only thing that would, in a sense, would be somewhat gory. Blade was fucking.
I just feel like Blade is too grown up for Disney.
Well, again, he said it may be on Fox.
I think
Again, I'm saying this.
because Deadpool's on Fox. Deadpool is not going to.
It doesn't.
It better not.
I'm not
It's
worried
not.
about. Blade.
It's
I'm not
not.
looking at Blade like this shit better be super. It better be the darkest of darkest dark.
But you know,
That would make it better.
No, but you know the cult fans who got into it can back in the day. That's who going to want.
And guess what? Marvel just be. It was like we look out for you a little bit, but we gonna do this shit how we do this shit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they can do whatever they want to do with it. You're 100% right about that.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn returning is going to come out. It's going to be probably post 2021, followed by Captain Marvel 2, which will be interesting to see what they do with that character with everything's changed. And then Disney Plus TV shows, which D's talking about.
Yes.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, full of bullshit.
You not rocking with that?
I mean, I watch it, but it's not like I'm not fiending for it.
Well,
I'm not like, oh shit. I've never cared for Falcon as a kid growing up reading comic books.
okay, hold on, wait a minute.
I was like, why is Coco Beware out here?
Damn. Damn. Okay, so now let's think about this like this. Let's think about this for a second. Black Widow is going to be a prequel before Endgame. Eternals is going to be probably a prequel before Endgame.
Wait, which one?
Eternals.
Oh, that's a prequel too.
Well, these won't
These
be
more likely-
they won't be present. That's
Yeah.
what we're trying to say.
Yeah, it won't
but
be
Eternals
present.
is going to be before
But way before Eternals.
Earth was damn near being created. Like,
Yeah.
and then it may span.
Yeah.
They may span into. We don't know what they'll do with time. But the Eternals beginning of the story is like the beginning of a creation.
creation.
Oh, I thought they were like the new Thanos.
No,
they're
You have
before
like a
Thanos.
multiple.
They're before
Thanos.
Thanos. So that's going to be a prequel in a sense, right? We have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. That possibly is going to be post Endgame.
Yeah, but it's multiverse. So
But it's
Yeah,
multiverse,
that's what I was gonna
though,
bring
so
up.
we don't know. And multiverse, I don't know if y'all saw the new Spider-Man. If you haven't, go see it. It's outstanding. I loved it. That's probably going to be post Endgame, right? And then you have Shane. How you pronounce it again? Shane Tsung.
yeah.
Yeah, you have that. So we don't know where that's going to even going to be, right? We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know how they're going to enter Blade. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Thank you again. Falcon and Winter Soldier is probably going to be the one story that's going to be right after Endgame. So that's why I'm actually kind of.
Now
I'm actually kind of. I'm really.
You watch these shows regardless.
I do. Well, you know what? I haven't watched Marvel. I haven't watched Shield this season, but I got to get to it. But I haven't watched Shield.
1 year. I haven't caught up on it. 1 year.
I haven't watched Runaways, and I haven't watched Cloak and Dagger yet. So I haven't watched all of them yet. I haven't watched all of them. But this is going to be the one show.
Because those are books you wouldn't read.
No, what do you mean? I didn't read Cloak and Dagger. I did.
Yeah, exactly. So, Cloak
But I
and
do
Dagger-
wanna see it,
like
though.
growing up reading comic books, it was always cool when Cloak and Dagger jumped into my comic book. But I was really like, I need a whole book of this shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have books with them.
I
but
need
have a
books
whole
on
book.
prostitution and drug use and how they. I need motherfuckers fighting super, not like mind control. Like this villain at the end of this last season of Cloak and Dagger, we were sitting there like, man, they need to get this dude up out of here.
It was been 2 seasons so
Acting
far, right?
was terrible. His acting was terrible.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one
Like
episode.
it was
yet.
like they've left New Orleans. At the end of it, they've left New
Okay.
Orleans.
All right, Ryan, what you say?
I was going to ask, is that for sure going to be after?
Yeah,
It has
Thanos?
to be.
it has to be.
It has to be.
Because it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Unless, yeah, because,
I mean, it's
Because is he not
Think about
Captain?
Winter Soldier.
Is he not Captain America after?
No,
No,
what's
they're
the name came
going
out
to be
with
Captain
the
America.
Shield?
Yeah, they had the Shield.
What's the name came out with the Shield?
Yeah.
Falcon came out with the Shield.
Anthony
That's what I'm
Mac-
saying.
Anthony
He's
Mackie
not-
came out.
Is he Captain America after
Yes.
He's
Endgame?
Captain America. And this
Yeah.
he's supposed to be Captain America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
that's what I was
remember,
confused about.
Winter
If it was
Soldier-
Falcon. The
Winter
Falcon.
Soldier was in Wakanda. So how if it was before then, how was they hanging out?
Right.
Think about it. When they found Winter Soldier, at the end of it, he been in Wakanda all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be, they talked about how they're going to be sharing the shield or whatever like that. So this is going to be directly at the end game. So this is going to be our first glimpse of what happened possibly right after end game. So that's why I'm kind of hyped about that one.
WandaVision, a story set in the 50s with Wanda the Scarlet Witch and the Vision. Mm-hmm. Clearly, this is all going to be something she made up with her powers.
Now, what's interesting about this one is 2 things. I think it's going to be past and future because Monica Rambeau, who was the little girl in Captain Marvel, is now an adult. So what are they doing with this? Because you're talking about placing in the 50s and in the past, but Monica Rambeau is going to be in the future. I mean, she's an adult now. Where is this going? So that's another one. These Disney Plus shows are going to be very integral. What's going on in MCU? I don't know what. That's the one that got me asking the most questions. What's going to happen?
I really don't care.
Really?
These are characters that weren't huge. So it's cool, but like I'm not worried about the little girl. Okay, she's a little.
But
black,
she's a
black girl. I
adult.
should care more. I guess so.
She's like,
I don't. She's a little black girl. I should care more. Like I don't.
No. I'm not even saying that.
I don't
point.
care. I don't like her.
But we just saw her as a little girl in Captain Marvel,
Yeah,
which
I
was in
get
the
that.
90s.
I get that.
Okay, now you into the present.
Cool.
Yeah, but
Cool.
how are they gonna? Okay.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna tune into WandaVision like for that. I gotta find out what happened to this little.
Well, only 6 episodes, so it's not like you're going to watch it a lot.
Chocolate.
And each episode is going to be like a movie.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's what they told us.
I can't wait to see what happens to Vision.
We'll see these budgets. Loki.
you don't think? Hold on, real quick. You don't think Disney gonna put them budgets behind
I
it?
just gotta make sure. We gotta make sure.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta make sure. That's a lot. That we gotta make sure. Because they say they're gonna be like a movie. I'll be like, damn,
Yeah.
the same CGI in the movie. Right? That's not that platinum CGI. That's that silver CGI right there.
All right.
Then we have Loki. From what we remember, Loki got away.
Are you guys excited about this, Loki?
I don't know.
Well, and it also
I think he's overrated as a character.
It goes.
A little.
I don't know.
Hot
Loki's
take.
Pretty funny.
That is a hot take for the
It's
MCU.
You know what?
That's a
I'll
hot
say
take.
this. It really depends on who's around.
Yeah,
him.
I'll agree with that.
That's what's going to matter. Who's around him for him to bounce. What that actor does and what Loki is, him bouncing off of others. It's who are you putting with him for us to kind of care about, because we may not care about him. Like, they're going to have to give us someone to have an affinity for on there. And then
You don't think it's him?
No, we may be able to. We may be able to start to like him through that character. Like, if we can see him through someone else's eyes, like Thor. The reason that we don't hate Loki is because Thor still loves his brother. You know, if you take Thor out of there, we like,
Right.
fuck this dude.
If
right?
Thor was done with them,
Yeah, but their relationship gave us a way to give Loki a second chance. So you're gonna need someone to humanize Loki,
oh yeah.
and this is the one I'm waiting for.
Oh, okay. What's
Okay,
this?
drum roll, baby.
Yeah, what's this one you waiting for?
What if?
Yeah, what if's gonna be pretty cool.
As a kid, I loved What If comic books. They were hit and miss, so you had to watch out. I'm not here, and I already seen it. Looking at some stuff in the What If, how they have it, the scenes in the Marvel letters. They have the zombies in there. I'm not here for the zombie mishmash, but I love What If comics. What If comics answer questions that you've always wanted to know about. Like, man, what if so and so fought so and so? Like, it'd be like, yeah, can Cyclops optic blast through Wolverine? And What If comic 162, Cyclops 162 vaporize Wolverine. It's like, what? And I mean, just What If
What
was
If's
always, and it also brings in the Watcher, who is we've seen him already talking to Stan Lee in cutscenes. That particular Watcher, people sometimes know they're alien race of Watchers. That Watcher is a rogue Watcher who he dangles a lot more and shit than he's supposed to. I believe now, again, I haven't been a person that's been reading comic books in 25 years, if not more. I believe he got killed by Nick Fury, and Nick Fury took his job, I believe, that Watcher? Yeah, I believe that Nick Fury took over that post. He killed that Watcher. But I forget what that Watcher's name is. But Jeffrey Wright will be playing that Watcher. That one, and it's a cartoon. I believe it's going to be a cartoon, which makes more sense.
It's going to be animated,
because
yes.
it allows them to really do a lot of different things with it being. If it
Yeah, I was going to ask, how are people going to be
if it
fighting
was
each
live
other?
action, I was really worried. But this way,
They couldn't do that because everybody's coming at
That's
them
what I'm
with
about to
voices.
say, and that's
everybody's coming back.
That's what I'm saying. So now you don't have to sit there and try to get these actors to be there together. If you need the voices, all you have to do is go get the voices. So I'm here for all of What If.
Do you think that could be a problem though with the voices? Like, are they all doing that? Because I've heard like how Tom
all
Hanks
doing
says
them.
doing like Woody is the biggest pain in the ass to do in terms of acting.
Well,
Does that matter at
we
all?
do know this, and this is how one person did get kind of brought back to life. Michael B. Jordan is going to be part of the What If, and this is how we're going to get Killmonger back. They're all doing them.
What if Killmonger never lost to Black Panther?
So is this going to be a series?
So you know there's going to be one.
But this is going to be a
This
series.
one has me the most hyped too. I like
It's
this.
Disney Plus, right?
6 one-offs. That's what the What If comic books were basically one-offs. They weren't like it wasn't like a series. And again, from when I was reading it, like maybe they changed. Some of them was three made up of whole series, but they were a one-off. Every book was
Is it going to
one-off.
kind of be like each episode is its own thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
And this is interesting that they're putting this in part of the MCU. I thought you might want to pull this out of the MCU because, I mean, unless they kind of like bring it back in some type of storyline in another movie, it's kind of like,
Why would you pull it outside of the MCU?
because this is not, unless they bring these what if stories into other movies, but it's just kind of like its own separate little thing.
But you can use you. It's the reverse of that. Too.
It's like a Bizarro world
You
kind of
can
a thing.
use- but the
Are they
rever-
going to know about this world?
It's the reverse of it. You use the movie storyline, like we just said about Killmonger, to open up people to what if is. Because that's how you get them. First, that's what you're going to do first. You're going to take the storylines that they know and say, what if something different happens, so that they can get to know, oh, that's what they mean by what if. So
I get the whole
Yeah.
premise of the what
I-
if.
yeah.
But is that what if? This is say if Killmonger would have defeated Black Panther. How are you going to now attach that what if to Black Panther 2?
you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think they
my
will.
whole point. why I'm surprised they put this within the MCU. They just say, hey, everybody, we also want to do a what if. They're placing this into the MCU. How are you going to tie these what ifs into
It's because it's
something else?
animated, I think. I think the animation part can bring that level. Like, if there was a Simpsons reality movie and then the Simpsons the show, and they were somewhat different, I think people would be okay with that because the show is animated versus a real life thing.
I don't get why it can't be a part. Like, why do you say it shouldn't be in the
Because because as we have learned in the MCU, all these movies are tied to each other to then hit a crescendo, as we just seen in Endgame, Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So,
but the character
these are all,
is Watcher. So what you're gonna get is Watcher in the MCU, and it's gonna give you an
that's the way you're gonna kind of bring him in
give
there.
you an understanding of what he does to a certain degree.
So my only question is, all right, fine, I get that. I'm curious to see how they're going to then tie that what if
Plus,
into a Captain Marvel,
your
2,
multiverse,
into a Black Panther.
What's
2.
going to probably be tied into is the multiverse.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably what you're going to have tied into. He's probably going to be someone.
Is this the multiverse?
Yeah, because he sees different lanes of what would have happened, alternate realities and things of that nature. So it's going to be it's perfect sense. Then one I'm not really here for, Hawkeye starring Jeremy Renner.
I did not know Jeremy Renner is a singer. I saw a commercial with him with Jeep, and he has his own band. Did not know.
Oh
that.
yeah, he got that Bruce Willis.
I think there's a lot of people.
He got that Bruce Willis, James Dolan shit written all over.
Yeah, James Dolan.
Ooh, damn, James Dolan.
We just lost by 30, and now we got to listen to you play guitar on this plane ride back.
Your post-game show concert.
This, I think, is going to be, you're going to get a little bit more of Ronan in this. So this might be another kind of like prequel before Endgame. Maybe. I'm just speculating. Maybe you might have that. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. Because I think they're going to also bring in another Hawkeye. I forgot the girl who's going to be Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to bring her in.
All right. A home DNA test told this man he was 4% black. Now he's demanding to be recognized as a minority business owner, Blavity.
God.
Orion Insurance Group owner Ralph Taylor presents as a white and has always believed himself to be white, but now wants to be known as a person of color, for business purposes anyway. According to the Seattle Times, the 55-year-old took a home DNA test, ancestry test, found out he's 90% Caucasian, 6% Indigenous American, and 4% Sub-Saharan African. Because of these results, Taylor believes he qualifies as a minority business owner. Washington State has a program to help minority business owners in the bidding for transportation contracts. Black business owners were getting shut out due to racism, and this was the state's government's way of trying to ensure that the businesses had a way of fighting back.
He better be voting for Elizabeth Warren.
You goddamn right.
While his application was approved at the state level, the businessman's application was denied at the federal level. Leaning into his 90% of white male entitlement heritage, Taylor, this from Blavity. Taylor decided to sue the state of Washington and the federal government for denying his application. There's no objective criteria and there's no picking of winners and losers. And they're just picking winners and losers. Applicants who aren't visibly identifiable as a particular race must submit additional paperwork such as birth certificate or tribal enrollment papers. Applicants also are encouraged to provide proof of hardship of discrimination they have to face due to their minority status. Taylor elected not to include any proof of hardship in his application.
Those DNA people were really mean to me on the phone.
They hung up. Listen, it's funny. I was at home doing this, and it was looking at it. It was one of those questions about moving forward, how people can use DNA tests. Do you think he should be able to use this, Ryan, to get a minority?
Hell no.
Okay, just making sure. How much? So what will his percentage have to be? Someone mentioned this brings back the one drop rule. So if he looked white and he was 20% black, would you say yes?
So give me a ratio again. I'm trying to calculate this in my mind.
I'm saying, like, if he was a person that looked visibly like a white male, but he found out during his ancestry DNA test that he was 25% black, do you think he should be able to qualify for a minority protections?
25 is kind of high.
For someone,
I would think
someone who's been passing their whole life.
I would say if you haven't gone through if you can't provide any type of discrimination of your minority, and you've been completely going off of your white visibility, and now you're trying to kind of jump on the train. That's where I have the problem more so than anything. Percentage of your minorityness, that's too much of a gray area.
I bet you Chanel is probably more Caucasian than African Americans, because typically African Americans here in America have a percentage of Caucasian. As I said before, I'm 5% Irish, right? But if you look at me, you would not see that. So it'd be interesting to see. I'll be interested to see where the percentage of African American and Caucasian was within her father compared to her mother, who is Caucasian. So it wouldn't shock me if Chanel took a DNA test, it'd probably say like, yeah, you're like 65% Caucasian and whatever percent African American, and probably other things as well.
And wouldn't most people in general have some kind of ancestry to Africa since we all came from there?
Yes, I'm sure that's where 4% comes from.
That's what I'm wondering. So if
yeah, where's it at?
4% is kind of high though.
Yeah, I would think that's a little high.
That's kind of high.
Okay, so somebody fucks up. In that too, someone fucks up.
Right.
Amazing.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about to Ryan's question. Like, yes, I guess it would be some percentage that goes back to
Because
Africa.
then that would mean with the one drop rule, basically everybody would DNA. Hey, I'm a minority.
Yeah, every
Right, not me. I'm too clean.
everybody on Earth would have some type of percentage going back to Africa. No, but 4% is kind of high actually. But
again,
nah.
It was probably like Ken said, way back in the day.
Yeah. It definitely is.
That's just
a relationship, and that's it.
Yeah, we don't even know if it was a relationship. That's just one.
Relations, and that's it.
So it may have been a relationship for one person going one way.
Right.
The other way, who knows how it was.
Yeah. No, I would think if you want to try to get any kind of minority status, it would probably, at least be in America, be like, okay, yeah, is your daddy black? Is your mama black? Okay, yeah, maybe you can get it then, because that's more. It's more visible. I can see it right in front of my face as you have you're biracial, and yes, that can happen. Maybe if it's kind of like down the line and it sticks within on a Caucasian side.
Part of me is happy that Seattle is going through this though, and the government in general. Because if you're going to bring up the one drop rule, this is where it hurts against your little rule that you came up with where, you got to be on the other side because you got to drop. Well, he's got to drop. Are you going to give him the breaks, the tax breaks, the money? Probably not.
Bring it up. All right, seriously. Woman arrested for threatening to blow up the Swedish embassy in support of A$AP Rocky.
Damn.
I don't want that wink.
Damn.
According to the reports from the NBC4 Washington, a 26-year-old Rebecca Cantor was arrested on Tuesday after she allegedly threatened to blow up the Swedish embassy in Washington, D.C. during protests for the rapper's incarceration. A Secret Service officer stated that Cantor first appeared at the Swedish complex on Monday, in which she threw liquid from glass Coca-Cola bottles at the door and yelled, "I'm going to blow this motherfucker up." She reportedly left the premises before law enforcement could intervene.
Oh, shit. They coming.
Why isn't it breaking? This is what she said. Why isn't it breaking news that I defiled the House of Sweden last night? That I vandalized the World Bank? That I vandalized IMF? She wrote online, according to a criminal complaint. Why aren't I getting pressed ASAP? Cantor returned to the scene the following day, allegedly shouting profanities at the embassy personnel and a student tour group. She also was accused of damaging property within the building. When the embassy staff demanded that Cantor leave the premises, she refused, and that's when that's when the police were called. The 26-year-old was arrested by the Secret Service and booked on charges of willfully injuring and damaging property of foreign government and refusing a Department of Foreign Embassy. She was reportedly released on bond and scheduled to go to court on the 31st of this month. There goes your A$AP story.
God, I don't know. Yawn fest.
Oh, what was yours? Trump? His was Trump. Trump and the dude. They told him no. I don't want to do a Trump story every week.
I mean, they was going to tell him no anyway.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Let's speak on A$AP Rocky real quick. Y'all, is he fucked?
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Like he's
that's what
you would think.
Well, he's going to do some time over there, right?
I don't know. Well, I think he can do 2 years. He's not doing 2 years. But
Are you using the American concept of good behavior and all that?
I'm using the fact that it's America against Sweden, and at some point it doesn't make sense to keep this prolonged issue going. I think Sweden wants us to know you can't just tell us what to do when a motherfucker's coming up.
I feel you on that one.
So I don't think he's going to serve 2 years in prison. But I do think, I would say this. He's been in there since like 3 weeks or to last month. I think it's 3 weeks. Something like that.
Close to a month.
I would say by September or October-ish, he's going to be out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I would say.
Long time. That's a short time compared to what he's supposed to be getting.
Y'all knew y'all was doing that both different. Y'all both was like, wow. No, he's going to.
That's a short amount of time.
About three. I would say hard 3 months, maybe a little bit more.
So what's going to be it? They're going to
And
get
what's
him
the
out.
exact charge?
Assault, right?
Assault.
He violently threw some dude to the ground, allegedly.
Although if somebody was like heckling him or something
Or-
like that, or somebody was a part of their crew who wasn't part of their crew,
And this
something
being
like that.
in prison is outside of a trial that convicted him?
No, he's going to get convicted, right? He got convicted, right? Yeah. Or he's going to trial right now. So either way, that's why I asked the question. He's fucked.
It doesn't sound like it's easy, especially with.
I mean, it's better than him being it's better than him being in Sweden and not Korea or some shit like that, or South Korea.
Even though they said the dude next, this is what we've heard allegedly. He's been eating. He's been malnourished. They haven't been feeding him very well, and the person that's locked up next to him has been throwing feces over him, and it hasn't been cleaned up ASAP. Ha ha ha! Use that right.
Well, and also too, ASAP got a lot of pushback based on his comments he made earlier. Was it this year, or last year? Talking about, I'm black. I'm supposed to, about Ferguson. It's like, because I'm black, I'm supposed to come out and speak everything. No, man, I'm ASAP Rocky.
He did it twice too. He said it about something.
He said something else too.
Listen, I got love for ASAP Rocky, but dude, this is why.
Karma's a bitch.
Yep. You sitting there like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. And then when you get locked up, you want motherfuckers to fucking care. I believe he's come out and said it's not. He's come out and said he doesn't believe it's racism why he's been held. Because last week we reported about the G-Eazy thing, and G-Eazy was over there with all types of drugs and got it with slap on the wrist. And G-Eazy was like, it wasn't fair what they're doing to ASAP. ASAP has come out and said that he doesn't think it's racism, wink, because he wants to get out on the best behavior. But I believe his mother has said she doesn't necessarily know. And again, he's trying to play it as cool as possible so that them people let his ass up out of it.
I don't know, man. Typically in other countries, I don't know, but I would think that their leniency and some things are maybe a little bit different than America. It's kind of like, we might let you off with good behaviors like that. From what I've seen in any other kind of situation when they're talking about going to jail, your ass go to jail overseas, your ass is in jail. You go to jail.
Yeah, but depends on who you know. Depends on who you know.
Well, Kim trying to talk to Trump, and Trump can't get his ass out. And his motherfucker's the president of the United States. Yeah. If he can't get his ass out, I don't know. It's Trump. I mean, also Sweden too. I'm sure they probably hate him.
I'm trying, Kim.
Yeah, those people gonna teach him a lesson for a while. That's what it sounds like to me.
I think he might be in there for. I don't know. I hope you're wrong.
Yeah, how long do you
were
think?
you saying?
If it's 2 years, I gotta feel like he's probably gonna do 2 years.
He wouldn't do the whole 2 anyway.
But 2 years is a long time, though. Although, granted, it's in jail. It's not saying like you gotta do fucking 10 or 15. A 2-year bid on most charges, that's short. Mm-hmm. So,
but not in a foreign country though. Like they not speaking English, brother.
You said somebody throwing shit through at him
and speaking some different shit while throwing it. You don't even know. You don't even know what that motherfucker is saying. He's
probably scared as hell.
And
in Sweden, a black dude in Sweden, it's not like there's probably not many of us over there.
I mean, he a foreign delicacy.
Right.
I mean, besides maybe military and military babies, it's probably not that big of a black population of African population of Swedens. So he's got to be over there like
it's like sweet dark chocolate.
We hope he's not getting his booty attacked.
I didn't say
foreign dark chocolate.
Oh, exotic chocolate. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how they made this.
ASAP, yeah, we gonna get that ASAP.
All right, last one.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen sued by ex-girlfriend for travel expenses during alleged affair. Yahoo Entertainment.
Scottie Pippen.
No tipping Pippen.
Former NBA star Scottie Pippen is being sued by a woman who claims she had a relationship with him during his heyday with the Chicago Bulls, claiming that she incurred thousands of dollars of expenses during their tryst. According to the court documents obtained by the Blast, a woman named Chevette Valentine claims that she dated Pippen from 87 to 1993, which is not his prime. All right, she dated him before he got that deal that Jay Rosen told him not to sign. That's why he was getting her to pay for it. As a part of their relationship, Valentine claims that she would travel with Pippen when he played outside of Chicago. As a part of their relationship, Valentine claims she would travel to see Pippen when he played outside of Chicago. She claims she racked up a lot of expenses, hotel, car, gas, parking, etc., which she claims he promised to reimburse her for. Valentine is suing for $999,000, the maximum allowed in small claims court, but she claims actually owed much more. The Blast spoke to Valentine, who says that she and Pippen she was Pippen's first girlfriend when he moved to Chicago. She claims she did not know he was married when they started dating or had a newborn baby. Valentine said she had been suspicious when she saw a case of baby formula in Pippen's house on occasion, but claims he told her they were for his sister. Now, if you believe in this girl, this is all on you, all right? She says he finally came clean while they were having sex on Valentine's Day. So he finally came clean to Valentine's while banging her on Valentine's Day. Listen, while they were having sex, not after the sex. He's in hell like, I got a baby. You making a baby? No. I got one already. The Blast reached out to a lawyer.
I got something to tell you.
I just came. Blast reached out to a lawyer for Pippen, but we haven't heard back yet. Pippen was married to his first wife, Kareem McCullum, from 88 to 1990. The rest isn't important. I just found it.
When did he meet Larsa?
Listen,
after
he met her. He met her. They were
mid-90s, right?
They were married for 20 years. They was like the mid-90s.
Yeah, mid-90s. Yeah.
But listen, here's goes a picture of the lady. I love how they always use this image of Scotty. Scottie Pippen, get the fuck out of here image.
Is Scotty able to go to small claims court? Is he still dealing with the crayon massacre of his house?
I'm sure Scotty. I bet Scotty ain't showing up for this shit. Look, this lady needs to just go.
She want 10 stacks.
She wants.
Sounds like to me she's running a hustle. And number two, do you have actual receipts? This is 30 damn years ago.
Great point, Sydney. And listen, Scottie Pippen, from all we know, was delivering that meat. And if you know anything about Scottie Pippen, I guess you could ask Madonna. You may have had to pay him for what he was doing, young lady.
Listen, Scottie Pippen got 7 kids by 3 or 4 different women. From stories I've heard, and I told y'all this beforehand. So I remember Pip had a car. From the stories I heard, Pip had a car that had a license plate that said like Pip 33. Basically like an MJ23, kind of like a Pip 33. And one of my mother's friends, they were going somewhere and they saw him and they followed Scottie Pippen to try to see if they can get with Scottie Pippen. This is like in the early to mid 90s. So it would not shock me if Pip was somewhere doing these kind of things and somebody's probably asking him for 10 stacks. Now, granted, Scottie Pippen got 10 stacks. He could just make this go away. But I think if he did that mean he's actually...
It would go against his fiber.
It would go against his... That too. And also, too, it would make it seem as if she was 100% correct.
And it would leave him open to more women coming out.
More women coming out. Yes.
Like, there's no proof. I mean, this lady has no proof.
Right.
And again, how can she even prove that Scotty said she was going to pay him back, that he was going to pay him back?
How can she even prove that Scotty even know her? He can go in court like, I don't know her ass.
Can.
Exactly.
I don't have no idea.
She may pull out them sheets from the Valentine's Day.
Test this DNA.
Judge Judy, I have these sheets from 1989.
Like, run them.
Run them. There's all a 33 on here. Me and 33.
Well, Scotty was one of the DNA.
It's got to be fine.
I think so, too.
It's got to be fine. All right. Hey, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DN Davis Show. Once again, it's at DN Davis Show. Facebook.com/DN Davis Show. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music, Stitcher, and the TuneIn app. Also, War on Anchor, which hits you to Spotify and to YouTube as well. So we everywhere, everybody. Everywhere. At DeMons1 on Twitter, at That's Davis, at SidKid80, at Ryan B. Ski, at Tony Gill 670.
Listen, if you hadn't seen it live right now, open up your phone and check out all of our Twitter pages, and you can see that D was on Sports Feed yesterday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So take that in as you enjoy that. We will be back.
Let's get a clap here.
Thank you.
We will be back with D and Davis the show, and we'll be back next week. I'm sorry, with D and Davis the Flip. Sid, on Thursdays, you can find you where?
Second City Sports, that's every Thursday from noon to 2 with myself, Lakina McGee, and Jason Pfeiffer.
There is an excellent episode, again, when we opened up and Dee told you about No Zones with Sean Davis, Chris Kaysen, and Brian Crawford from According to a Source podcast, joining Tony, doing a great show. So make sure you go and listen to that, and we always appreciate it. Don't do anything stupid before we hear from you again.
We gone.
Keep your hands to yourself.